go to guarantee that you multi-buy. Don't buy one, buy two. If you don't buy two, buy three. If you don't buy three, buy six. You could literally two-pull this deal. You could two-pull this deal, couldn't you? Couldn't you, Pete? Two-pull.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two-pull.
Yes. If you do want to join us, it's yours for the taking. Of course, not to forget that this is, of course, a postage and packing that you pay once for the whole day. You can make the most of this deal, $2.95, and then add and add and add and add and add. It doesn't matter how many times you add. It doesn't matter what you add. I mean, I can see I've got storage coming up. We've just done the big deal of the day where you've got that big bag. That's all down to a single postage and packaging of $2.95. Make the most of it. Stop it. Stop it. I'll have to turn you off. I'll have to turn off if you keep on doing this. These abalones are lovely. And what a great price. Thanks, JM. Liz, don't go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere, Liz. Look, Liz, I'm doing clearance, Liz. I'm doing under £10, Liz. I can't help it. It's not even, I can't even control myself, Liz. It is $6.95. I'm going to keep on rotating these just so you can see why there really is nobody I know who doesn't love working with the wonderment that is abalone. And the potential here, because you've got the top to bottom drill, the potential for them to be gorgeous links in part of a design, and then on top of that also the addition of them being drops, and I do have that beautiful almost pear drop design. They could be all, couldn't they? They could be all and more, and it is a go, go, go. Everybody pays the final low price. £6.95 is all you pay. Hold those phone lines. A massive congratulations. I've got a message in. Priscilla, hello to you. She says, thanks, just bought it. Can I ask, what is the price I will actually pay? As I immediately checked out when it came up before it showed up as $6.95. Good news is, Priscilla, everybody pays the final low price. Everybody gets the same deal, okay? So even though if you came at $8.95, you will still be paying $6.95. So it'll come out of your bank account. Oh, this is something important to say as well. When it comes on the bank account, right, it'll say immediate media, right? That's going to be where you check out. Now, that we are just a subsidiary of immediate media, right? We're just part of that team. So if it comes up on your bank account and you go, oh, I don't know who immediate media is, it's us. All right, so that's the good news. That is the good news. You're shopping from Jewellery Maker, even if it comes up like that. So don't get a little bit freaked out thinking, oh, somebody's been taking money from my account. The good news is you've got yourself a mega deal offer, a huge opportunity there. $6.95 is all you pay. Massive congratulations to you. And it is a go, go, go for the double-sided. And of course, these are perfect for your earrings as well. When you think about it, when they're dropping down, if I rotate round, look, perfect for your earring drops. Perfect for your earring drops. And Linda has turned into Alison. Dun, dun, dun. Hello,
I went off for a snack and this happened. Good afternoon. Sorry.
Lovely to have your company, Alison.
And you.
Nice to know that you're joining us on a mega event. Now look, just to let you know, we're in clearance. We're going under £10 for everything, and we're on a go, go, go.
Oh my gosh, go.
Literally.
I love those. I absolutely adore them.
Because of the drill through the centre, it makes a different design, doesn't it?
It does, because, and then they can spin round. Brilliant earrings.
That's
absolutely
the thing.
stunning.
I'm going to keep rotating just so you can see that. Right, there's your price tag. As I say, and for those of you who are watching, and Priscilla did ask a brilliant question, and hopefully I'll just let you know there. Priscilla, good news deal is that it's $8.95 when it comes in. If it drops at any point, everybody gets the same price tag. So everybody will pay just $6.95. Congratulations to you on that. I'm going to leave that there. I don't know how many stock I've got left, but if I have anything left, I'll let you know. I don't think I will do, though, but if I do, I'll let you know. Right, we're going straight to... Ooh. Ooh. Just to be clear, that is happening even on this size of stone.
Wow.
Even on this size of stone, this is happening. I know, Alison. So you've walked on and you suddenly go, what? What?
Can I swap again?
Exactly. She's like that. Actually, just let Linda there and I'll just sit and watch and buy. I think that's probably, Linda's probably just gone and dawdled off, and I can guarantee she'll have dawdled off, accidentally picking up that sapphire strand on the way, which goes, and oh my goodness me, deal after deal today. 500 carats of your rhodonite, and of course,
that is so rare. I can't remember rhodonite. I love it.
in the
So
12
rare.
mil round.
I know.
12, I mean the size, that's the thing. It is
Beautiful.
the size that we're looking at. What a striking quality that you're getting here. And obviously the 12 mil lends itself to being real focal. And I had only 60, well I had 60 plus and now it's already gone to 57 and it's not hanging around at all today. If you want to join us today, it's first come, first served. And of course, let me just give you an idea. For those of you who are watching for the very first time, these are ideal for getting started strands. Why? Because when you've got the larger beads, you just need to add a bit of stretchy elastic, tie them off, and you do get that instruction as part of your free tutorial booklet and DVD. Now you get step-by-step instruction, right? You get that side-by-side instruction that basically gives you the chance to really get started in a very comfortable way without feeling too overawed. We give you that how-to in making earrings, how to make bracelets, how to make necklaces, and all of that is available free of charge with your first purchase. So I tell you what, for $6.95, buy this, get that for free, and then you're good to go to get started into your jewellery making. I'll just show you what you can make, just like that. Simple stretchy bracelet for $6.95. It is perfect, isn't it? Especially for summer's, dear.
Oh, fantastic. Long maxi dress. Go absolutely amazing.
Nice. I was going into my linens.
Oh,
I was like heading towards my nice like fresh linens.
Yeah.
And then just have that little bit, because when you've got linen it's quite soft and it's quite floaty, but I quite like having solid jewellery when I've got that type of floatiness.
Yeah.
Get me, I sound like I know what I'm talking about with fashion, don't I? I'm so into the fashion. I'm not wearing a dress that's 12 years old. Oh yes I am. Yes I am.
And amazing you look in it.
Yeah. Well, let's not go that far. I managed this morning to go into my bag and just go, "I'll have to be that." Sorry, it's just how it is. I thought I'd put my clothes in to wear, but actually I've left them at home.
Oh no!
And thankfully this was in my change bag as my little spare dress. So this is my spare dress. My other clothes would have looked really nice today. Oh, thanks, boys. They're saying they like the dress. Really, my other outfit was so much nicer though. Right, straight to. Look, Phil's talking, but I'm ignoring him. Phil, I'm going to the sunstone because if this is going under £10, I've got to play it now. This sunstone is absolutely exquisite. Just take a look at this. Now, this is polished sunstone as well. So what you have here is the warmth of the sun. Ooh! Now, obviously, sunstone is a harnessed coloured gemstone. You know that, don't you? Feldspar. I rather love the fact that this gemstone is quite a burning intensity, isn't it? Yeah. Right? With the burning essence of the colour, that glow that you get, to highly polish its surface is to maximise on the internal glow of the stone. And you know, you've got to find the right craftsman. You've got to come to places like us, where we've got the expertise and the passion that will then release the natural beauty of the stone. I'm going to go around. Look at that. Woo! Oh yeah, I love this. High quality, full bodied colour. 25 carats of sunstone in your graduated faceted rondelles for... Oh, wow. Imagine a bracelet and matching earrings for $6.95. If I show you that, there's my bracelet, right? But I still have, if I just turn it round, can you see? I've still got... Loads. Easy drop, and that's either side. Look, on both tassels I've still got enough size to be able to make a nice simple pair of drop earrings, a suite, essentially a bracelet and matching set for just $6.95, because you might actually want to do a nice draping, you know, today, I don't know whether you saw, but Linda did a beautiful floating necklace. You know, the floaty, it was like 6 strands of our flexi beading. Yeah. The beading thread. Cord. Yeah. Yes. Right, and she did that floating necklace. Used just a dozen of those to get that floating design, and then get the suite, including the bracelet and the earrings, for $6.95. I mean, that's making money go further than I dream of. I love it. I love it when I get a great deal and I make my money go further. Look, right, at the end of the day, we're all working hard for our money. We do, right? If we didn't have to, we wouldn't go to work, because we know...
we'd be spending.
You would, you would,
Yeah.
right? So we work hard for our money. What I then say, and people often laugh at me about this, but I'm a bit of a stickler for it, right? But if I've worked hard for my money, I want my money to work hard for me. And I don't mean that I have to be penny pinching all the time, but I want to be conscious of that. For me, obviously, I've got 3 children. If I'm coming to work, right, and I'm coming to work and I'm leaving my kids and I'm doing, right, if I'm making money, I want that money to go as far as it possibly can, right? And that's just being savvy. That's just being clever with the money that I've got, right? If I had millions of pounds in the bank, then I probably wouldn't have to be like that, but I don't. So therefore, with this kind of opportunity, I'm not going to deny myself the luxury of working with genuine gemstones. Actually, I've just got to find somewhere like Jewellery Maker, plus I've got to make my jewellery go as far as it can.
Absolutely.
And that's just Jewellery Maker. That's why I love working here, because everybody has the same mindset. Right? If you've got money, let's make your money work hard. And that's what this is. That's what today, in fact, this hour is making your money work hard for you. It's proper working hard. Now then, the last bead box that we had sold out. And I mean, on and gone, right? It literally just flew out. So let's do an add it to your order. I had a question that was asked about the postage and packing when we did the last bead box, so I'll just answer it now. It is, in terms of postage and packaging, once for the whole day, no matter what size your parcel is. Okay, somebody just said to me, if I get it was the bead box, we had the smaller bead box, if I buy that, do I have to pay a bigger passage? No. In jewellery making terms, the way we see it is if you've made your postage and packing paid, we will just keep on adding. So $2.95, literally just gives you everything that you want in terms of packaging, no matter what size it is. And this box is already flying out at $4.95. And this is a Jewellery Maker box. Again, I talk about this all the time because it's so important to us jewellery makers. Right? It says that you want your compartments to sit against the lid. You can't have those little compartments having any gap. Because have a think. In fact, I had see that crimp bead there? See that crimp bead there? That's got to go into this compartment and it's got to stay in that compartment. Now watch this. Let's see if we can challenge let's challenge the box. Let me put this down because I can't. Because that is tiny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is it? I'll put it on the black. What, Victoria's got 20 of these? I have 20 of these boxes. They are great.
I have masses of our boxes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have 20 of this?
No, I haven't seen any of that box, and that's really useful because isn't that the one with the slightly larger compartments?
Yes.
Because that's brilliant.
It has, yes. And the compartments come and go.
Fantastic.
So you can make them even bigger or even smaller as you see fit. Can you see that? So watch. I want to take I want my little crimp bead. Okay, and I want to put that in. Now I'm going to put it in, and it's in this one here. I feel like I'm doing some kind of magic act on Britain's Got Talent. Shall I go on Britain's Got Talent with my special bead box? Do you think Simon Cowell would like it? Simon, let me show you what I can do with my bead box. No?
I'll give you an X.
That didn't mean to sound like it. Would you?
I'll give you.
Can I have the golden buzzer instead?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right, watch. There's my bead. There's my little crimp bead. Cha-ching! Can you see? Oh, hang on a minute. I've turned it round the wrong way, haven't I? Can you see it?
Yeah. It's still in the same one.
It's there. Watch. You see it moving? It's inside and it's not going anywhere. Look, I can move it around, inside and out. And then look, it's still there. I know that messed with the cameras a little bit. Sorry, boys. Right? It literally is going nowhere. And that's a tiny, itsy-bitsy teeny bead that stays in the place where it has to be. That's why these boxes are designed for jewellery makers, because we work with these little crimp beads, right? We have to make sure that if you're working with these tiny little crimp beads, etc., that they have a compartment and they stay in that place. $4.95. Now the quantity is absolutely flying out. You know, I've just worked out. You can buy 2 of these and still be under a tenner.
I know, that's amazing.
It's taken me a while, that, hasn't it? That's a bit poor maths, but actually, really, No wonder that Victoria's got, she said she's got 20, didn't she? Victoria had 20, and I went, oh, 20's a lot. But actually, when they're £4.95, right, for less than a tenner, really no worry, no wonder that you're getting 5s, and we've got people multi-buying in big styles here on this one. It is a full feature that you have there of opportunity. Stay on the phone lines for me if you do want to join me. Just to let you know, these are grade 5 plastic as well, so if you are somebody who uses the likes of polymer clay or silver clay, you do need to have grade 5 plastics. These are, of course, again, because it's Jewellery Maker, grade 5, £4.95. I actually think you might have just said, I'm going to give you some love now. I think you might have just said that, right? I'm sure that Phil has just offered me, he's just said, I'm going to... Now, obviously, we know that Phil is Big Hug Phil, right? He is renowned, right? Ah, love is in the air, everywhere I look around, cha-cha, cha-cha. Anyway, I had to finish that off though. I couldn't just stop with my little kind of one maraca. When I heard Phil offer me some love, I was thinking he's going to come for a big hug. But actually, what do you mean no? You said that way too emphatically. No. What's that about? He did say that, didn't he, Pete? No. He just went, no. All right, Phil. Yeah, whatever. Don't want it anymore. Don't want your hug. Oh. It's too little, too late now. We have got for you, when Phil says he's got some love, look at this. Oh, love, love, love. Love. But this is not just one love. How about 10? 10. In fact, I'll just do that. Yeah, let's do that. You have got 10 charms of love. If you want to join me, 10...
What?
That's brilliant.
For all 10?
For all 10.
Wow.
Oh my goodness me. Well, I tell you what, isn't that Love for Free? Isn't that a song? Yeah. Love for Free. Well, not quite free, but it's close enough. I mean, it's close enough, isn't it? It's £3.95. 10 chances that you have in one bundle. Again, wouldn't these be great for little identity tags for your jewellery?
Yes. Yeah, you know, absolutely.
Some of the big brands have those little charms that they attach to identify their brand. And you could have this little identity. It's costing you 40 pence. 40 pence to have that little ID to your jewellery. And you could have a love brand. You do. Do you want to join me? Now is your time to join me at £3.95. Busy, busy, busy. This is clearance jewellery that we're offering you. Clearance charms, really, aren't they? Alison, ideas, where are we going with this?
Well, going back to our stretchy bracelet, just pop one of those on the stretchy bracelet. Perfect. How fab would that look straight away? On charm bracelets, they look fantastic. And I do agree with you. On the back as a little extra something, just have your little love on the back.
ID to your jewellery.
You can resin in them, so you could actually fill the little bits in with resin.
Well, actually, today,
some of it.
Linda, right, she used nail varnish.
Yeah.
So you could actually see if it worked. I don't know whether it would, so I can't tell you how it's going to turn out. So please don't hold me to that, because I don't know the answer. But I'm thinking that you could actually really play with that, couldn't you?
Yeah,
£3.95. Now, look, the time is really flying by at the moment. I really do have to I feel like I need to move on from this, but if you're holding on the phone lines, I need you to stay there, right? Just because I'm moving on with the deal doesn't mean to say that you've lost out on your chance to get involved. I just have to move on because we've got lots and lots to fit in. Now then, I do want to just catch up with you about a deal that you missed out on, you may have missed out on earlier on today. We have never, and I do listen, this is Phil's fact, right? Never done faceted kyanite in this strand for under £10.
You're joking. It's one of my favourite stones. Under £10.
Faceted rondelles for under £10. It is a mega deal offer. It's hugely exciting.
Wow.
I have got 50, that's 50, 50 in baskets. Oh my good, are you kidding me? You're actually thinking that you might be okay to miss out on this deal. Imagine if you missed out on this deal and you paid less than £10 for Nepalese faceted rondelles of kyanite. Truly, this is, for most gemologists, most geologists, this is the true blue gemstone on the planet. Sapphire, for people who don't know a lot about gemstones, is an elite gemstone. It's gorgeous. Yes, it's precious. Yes, it is. But actually, for most collectors, this is your blue gemstone of choice. This is your collector's item. This is your connoisseurs. And this is way more complex in terms of its crystal formation, and actually way more complex to cut. Do you know, if this was cut wrong, it would be absolutely devoid of colour. 100% devoid of colour. The axis is like this, right, like this in the gemstone, and it is like, all I can say is you cut along this axis, right, it'll be absolutely devoid of colour. If you cut along this axis, it'll be bright blue. Now obviously you need to get top lapidarists who understand the difference between cutting that way and cutting that way, because if you cut that way then you lose a gemstone that is worthy of that colour. I mean, really, that could be another dance. We could do some kind of kyanite dance, couldn't it? Hey, kyanite. Hey, if you do want to join us, $9.95 for over 50 carats of kyanite. It is, according to Phil's facts, Phil's my producer and he's given me a fact on this one, it is the only strand that is faceted rondelles, in fact, faceted full stop. We have no other faceted kyanite that is under £10. This is the only deal of its kind. So if you do want to join us, 70 web eyes who have not checked out their baskets, 70. 70 people who are probably in some ways sitting there going, oh, actually, you know, I'll think about it. I might not. Oh my goodness me, this is not a deal to be repeated. This is not a deal that we would anticipate ever repeating again. Right, straight on to the next deal. Where do you want to? How about I love how you got those ones, and I'm going, oh, just go to those ones, Vix. Those ones. I'll go to those ones then. And I guess in some ways, if I had to pick what those ones are, I presume those ones would be these ones. Under £10.
Brilliant.
Yes, oh my life. Under £10 for our amazing purple coated quartz. These are your elongated, I would call them almost like shards. I wouldn't even call them bars, because bars I think of very symmetrical, whereas these are a little bit more natural. $9.90, that's amazing.
I love the different play of colour you get with...
Alison.
Oh no. $7.95. Oh my gosh.
I did say the word clearance, didn't I, at the beginning of today? I did say clearance, but I mean, clearance is beyond, that's not a classic, is it, at all, at a price point? What a deal, $7.95. Oh, I mean, when you start to think about jewellery you're going to be making.
Oh, absolutely. It's a party on a strand for me, that. It's just so much fun, so much colour. I love the way the colour changes. It's like one of those cars that drives past that's one colour and then goes to another colour.
Yes, those posh cars.
Yeah, I love that effect. It's so amazing. You could wear that anywhere, couldn't you? You could wear that to a big glitzy ball and you wouldn't look out of place. You could wear that down the disco. I could imagine going to the races with something like that on. Or you could wear it with jeans and a t-shirt. It looks amazing. It's
quite edgy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got that real like edge to it. You don't really know whether you want to wear it with a little bit of spike to it to give it that like rise, or whether you want to have it smooth. As a beard design. You've got so much diversity, and I think each one could be a focal point for a nice leatherette cord for a gents piece. Absolutely. You know, gents jewellery with single dog tooth on a leather cord. And how much? I mean, how many pieces of jewellery you're going to be able to make from that one strand that is going to be dog tooth? That's money in the bank, isn't it, really, potentially? A leatherette cord, a single dog tooth, charge a £5 for that, which probably most people have got, is it only £5? But if you charge that, you're laughing, aren't you? I mean, that's money in the bank. Congratulations if you want to join us on that one. $7.95 is all you pay. A phenomenal opportunity. Again, if you find yourself holding on the lines, you just have to be patient with us. We're processing your call as fast as we possibly can. It is a free phone number, so it's just an investment of your time, not your money on those phone nights. And if you're joining us on the web today, JewelleryMaker.com, you've got to check out your basket to guarantee that the deal is yours. So far, I've had hundreds of people missing out on the deal that they want, right, because they haven't checked out in time. And I mean, it's a horrible feeling when you know you want something but you don't get it. It's a horrible feeling. I've done it myself before. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you at all. Right, straight to another deal. Let's do ooh, okay. Oh. You're going to have the Midas touch on this gorgeous strand of pyrite planes in your 2mm seed beads. This is seed bead offer, and this is such a popular strand. Then I'm adding in the gold, then I'm adding in the price tag of $4.95. You've got your 0.4 mil gauge is one of our most popular, in fact, no, it's not one of, it's probably the most popular wire. It is one of those that you can't do without when you get involved into wire designs, because 0.4 is your binding, it's your weaving, it's the most flexible, it's the most versatile in terms of adding that real movement to your designs. It's about weaving. If you're doing something like Viking that you would use it with a point, this is an essential to so many different types of wire designs. And you've got your 0.4, which you're happy to pay $4.95 for, but then adding in these wonderful pyrite. I mean, you could buy two of these deals and still be under a tenner.
And I'd pay a tenner for that one strand of pyrite. Because
you don't see the little seed beads of pyrite. They're going to work great as seed beads and separators, just as dividers, aren't they?
They are, and they're the really polished ones, aren't they?
Yep.
The colour is stunning.
I'll just hold them really close so you can see. It is busy. It is really busy today, and it's going to be busy for the rest of the day. But in particular, right here, right now, if you see something you want, you've got to be quick. Like Alison and Elizabeth, congratulations, Sally and Roz. You've got yours. I've got buys in Hampshire, County Londonderry. Janice has joined in Lancashire. Congratulations, Julie in Derbyshire. It is a go. You've all been successful. As long as you stay on those phone lines, everybody will be successful so far. Phil says be careful on that one, Vix, because actually there's a lot of people who are missing out on the deals when they're not checking out fast enough. So if you do want to join us, phone and web buyers alike are joining us and ploughing in on these deals. So you're getting the wire, but we're adding to that the detail of your pyrite in these wonderful seed beads. It is a go. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com. That is an allocation, an on and gone deal that we have for you. Straight to another big deal offer. How about we go to the pearls? Let's go for another on and gone deal. I love this colour. Oh, did you get the Sleeping Beauty turquoise? Did you get those nuggets earlier on? If you got the Sleeping Beauty nuggets, Pete, could you mind just grabbing those Sleeping Beauty nuggets, because they would just work hand in hand. Yeah, the turquoise. Oh, they were an absolute blinder of a strand. Your turquoise that you got earlier on, these would work so perfectly together. $6.95 for your pearls. We want to be together. That's what they're saying right now, don't they? Oh, there's your Sleeping Beauty. Now that's got to be a sellout. The Sleeping Beauty was a sellout, wasn't it, Phil? Okay, Sleeping Beauty's on and gone. So if you got that beautiful double strand, congratulations. Now's the time to go for the pearls. It's $6.95. Gone.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that either. I tell you what, let's do some biggers. Let's go big. This is a star buy, is it? Is this a star buy? Is it a star buy because... No. But is this a star buy? Is it outside of the hour? Phil, I need you to look at my eyes. Look into my eyes, Phil. Phil's my producer. Do beg your pardon. I'm looking into his eyes right now. Phil? Yes?
Never.
Can't be. Really? Really? Just to be absolutely clear, thank you. Thank you. Visual clarity on this. It's a star buy. It's still confirmed as £10 and under hour though. Now, I'm thinking if this is a star buy, right, this is probably going to be more likely that it's going to be like a manager special, so we'll take you outside the £10 hour. Then you'll come back.
They're huge, they're gorgeous.
I haven't even shown you them. And I've got literally just stacks on the line because you saw it from a distance. Just from a distance, you knew these were special. But these are genuine freshwater cultured pearls. These are breathtakingly coloured in that teal. The tonal quality here. I mean, what a deal! What a deal for £6.95.
Wow.
You're not buying one strand though, are you? Please tell me you're not just buying one strand. If you're buying one strand, you will kick yourself because you'll get these home and you'll go, oh, I can't believe I bought one. I can't believe I didn't buy 2 or 3. At this price point, I need to be buying. You genuinely have got to know that this is a multi-purchase offer. This is, for me, instinctively, the type of deal that you buy one, you look back and go, oh, well, it was great to get one, but I should have got 5. £6.95 is all you pay. It is truly star buy status. It's worthy of that. But I thought we were going to go to a star buy so that we could take you out of the £10 deal and take you into a deal where we were going to take you to £15 or £20. Or, not happening today. That teal colour is just spectacular. It's going to go with so many. You know, if you got the abalone.
Beautiful.
If you got the abalone, oh, that's just like a mermaid's paradise, isn't it? That is just absolutely outstanding. If you do want to join us and you've got the abalone, don't forget, is the abalone any left? Okay, if we've got any abalone left, this is an add it to your order deal. You buy the pearls and at the same time as the abalone, right, then add it to your order. How's that for a deal? For under £15, you have got yourself, I'm going to put these side by side. Side by side. You've got here, we're going to put you side by side. I showed my age there, didn't I? The boys are going, what's that song? Here you have that wonderful, look at that one together.
Yeah.
Can you get close to this one and this one? Look at those together. They actually belong together, don't they? They actually marry perfectly together. Right, if you get the pearls, you need to get the abalone. If you get the abalone, you need to get the pearls. They are essential together. So look at this together and yours for the taking. Oh, I love it. That's insane. What are you doing to me? Says Sammy in Gloucestershire. I agree. It is crazy, but don't look at me. Let's just have a look at the hot seat right now. That's my producer Phil in hot seat mode. £6.95. Big Hug Phil, as we now know him. You have got BHP, Big Hug Phil. That's brilliant. You've got there the luxury of your abalone. £6.95. Now that code for your abalone is THP037. Just for those of you who want to add to the order, because obviously we're giving you the pearls right now for £6.95. The deal on the abalone was £6.95. So for under £15, that combination. I mean, that combination is an essential, really, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to suggest that that people have to do it, but I do think that in some ways, use your money back guarantee as well. Of course, 30 days. If you get these both home and you think, actually, I'll only want one, not the other, send the other back. No questions asked. No quibble money back guarantee at all. But there's your pearls for £6.95, and there's your abalone. They belong together. I'm going to put them together. I was going to put them separate. No. That would be wrong, you know. I don't want that strand to be abalone.
No.
Abalone. I know.
It's very good though.
No. Next up.
Ooh.
You know how?
What are you doing?
You know. I know. Sorry. You know how we've just had the pearls and the abalone, and I was like, they've got to be together. Right. What about with the kyanite?
Beautiful.
What about if we put together our $5.95 strand of labradorite? Phil, what are you doing? My producer Phil I feel like he's on the precipice of some kind of crazy zone. I mean, really, he's on the edge. I mean, in a Lady Gaga kind of a way. You're right. He's on the edge, the edge. I mean, you've got the kyanite, which we've just done you for less than £10, the only faceted strand of kyanite that there is for under a tenner. Then to match alongside it, and I'll put them separately so that you can see them separately first of all, but actually we've got to remind ourselves this is $5.95 for your faceted rondelles of that labradorite. I mean, when you consider just the time, I mean, I'm not only talking about the ingredient, but the time and the skill that it takes to facet a strand like this, and we've introduced this quality of strand to you for just $5.95. A tremendous opportunity. And then to bring it alongside the kyanite, which of course again under £10, together they really are an unyielding, unrepentant quality of design. Truly luxurious. I mean, I might be even inclined to twist so you can really see that interweaving of the blues and the, oh man alive, luxury for less we're talking here, luxury for less. So if you were buying for the very first time today, right, the very first time today, this was the first purchase that you were making, come back and get the kyanite, pay your postage and packaging, and that's still less than £20 for all of that deal.
Amazing.
That's for all of it.
And the kyanite should be that on its own.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point.
That labradorite strand is amazing. The amount of labradorescence you're getting from it, and that could be on its own. And that would also go with the pearls.
Oh, wouldn't it just?
Yeah.
Okay. It is just, it
together.
is a moment where, you know, I reflect on the fact that the first hour I had 3 or 4 people saying, tuning into Divix, not going to buy, just watching.
Yeah.
And then the message in about half hour later, yeah, that's not happened. And I do think that's the point. That's the problem, really. It's not a problem. It's a good problem to have, isn't it?
It is a good problem.
To have too many great deals. We have got another big deal offer. Is it coming in now, Phil? Is this my next big deal? Okay, a brand.
Ooh.
Yeah, but what price tag? Pardon? Okay, I think you need to check. Right, you definitely need to check. Don't get into trouble though. I'm just talking to Phil, my producer, because I don't want him to get into trouble. Because if I show these and you decide to go under £10, I really am gonna. I don't want you to get into trouble. I know they're meant to be £15. That's why I'm saying I don't want you to get into trouble. He's just said too late for that.
Kyanite ones.
Okay, this is a very special opportunity. If I was only doing one of these connectors at this price point, he's done it already. No stopping Phil today at $9.95. Look at the quality of these connectors. Now I'm just going to hold the connector first so you can see the beauty of the sterling silver that we've set here. Now this is your mount, and it's a connector where you've got the double ends, you've got both the ends of the connector, luxurious sterling silvers that you have here in your connector mounts. Now they are 7x5 to then, look at this, introduce your faceted kyanite to the center. Now, if I was offering you one like this at this price tag, you know that would be an incredible deal. Fact, that would be an incredible deal. But you're not. You're getting 2. You're getting both the mounts and subsequently 2 kyanite at the same time for just, I mean, just to work that out, that's working out at a £5 per connector. I can pretty much guarantee if you tried to buy these as loose gemstones, you'd have to pay more than £5 just for the loose faceted stones, let alone then getting the sterling silver settings. And I know you're a massive fan of kyanite. I know that this is one of your featured gemstones really in your collection at the moment. I mean, you know the price point, you understand the principles. And this is not a deal that we had, half the stock's gone, not surprised by that. Half the stock's well and truly gone. The connectors here, this is about luxury, isn't it?
It is about luxury. I mean, they'd look amazing in a pearl strand. They'd look amazing with so many stones. They'd look amazing with that kyanite strand that we had on earlier. Make a bracelet and have that connector as the feature in the front of it. And you've still got one left. I'd be tempted to turn them into earrings.
Oh, yes.
I would also be tempted to get some sterling wire and actually turn it into a ring.
I was just going to say, I was just about to say, I've got it set. I've just put the gemstone in just to try it. I was literally just about to say.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, I'm just going to see if I can hold it in place. Let's see if I can do this. No, I tell you what. Whoa, stop. Hang on. Let me take it off a second. Take the stone away just so that you can see the setting. And then I want you to imagine the blue in. Look at that as a sterling silver ring. For £5. That's absolutely
amazing. I'll tell you now, I bought a kyanite ring. It wasn't from here, it was here, it was quite a long time ago. And I thought I'd got a bargain. It was a sterling silver, very plain kyanite ring, just a very simple plain mount, and it cost me nearly £50. And that I thought was an absolute bargain. I was going to say, and actually that's not bad at all. And I don't think
for kyanite.
That's how many carats have we got there? Have we got 2 carats? I think that was about half a carat. and it's like, oh my gosh, you could make 2 rings for not much more than a tenner, just a little bit of silver wire with it.
The calibre of the stone there is absolutely unrivaled as well. What a deal. Huge congratulations to you. If you do want to join us, and that is an epic offer. I've got a lot of people who actually have just heard you say that and gone, actually I'm going to buy 2 of those, or I'm going to get another 2 of those. Now then, straight on we go. Now there is a little bit of an extra special treat just hiding here, and I have got for you. Take a look at this brand new hook. Totally brand new gem set hook. This is for the elite designs. This is for your ultimate. You have got your, I would say it's got that Rajasthan quality. Where's the gemstone from? Is it India? I thought as much. It looks like that Rajasthan quality. Rajasthan being probably the elite location for this gemstone at the moment. So you've got that luxury of your Indian garnet with then this wonderful J design of the hook. Beautiful. You've got an amazing opportunity right now because this is sterling silver for a brand new, never been seen before offer. $6.95 is all you pay for sterling silver J hook, which we know for a fact you'd probably be comfortable with over £10 pricing on these. That's because these hooks make such a difference to the finish of your jewellery. You know, sometimes when you look at boutique jewellery, you break down the ingredients and you go, actually it was just 1 or 2 little individual aspects, just those smaller thinkings of consideration of design or finishing touch that is demanding then the higher price point. That's what you get from this type of hook, isn't it? It's an elite look.
It is an elite look, and it's the sort of hook you certainly don't want to be hiding at the back. That's definitely a front hook.
Yes.
And it's stunning, absolutely stunning. You know, all you need is a simple jump ring, and you've got an amazing hook in a necklace that does leap it in value. Really
and it does. I mean, sterling silver is a precious metal. Yeah. It is an elite metal of choice. You go to boutique jewellers at the moment, it's not just silver, platinum and gold. It's not just gold and platinum that they're working in. In fact, a lot of the big boutique jewellers are majorly highlighting their jewellery collection in silver these days. I mean, you can go across the board. You can literally go global on this, and boutique jewellers will be working in silver as much as they do in platinum and in gold. And you've got that luxury finish, you've got that flourish of design for $6.95. And if that wasn't enough, today as I bring you the ultimate deal of the day. We're going for a star buy. Just to break down the time, just the time of an expert to cut this gemstone, I can pretty much guarantee this star buy is worthy of the price times 10. I've had the luxury of sitting and watching lapidary work at its finest. I've seen for myself how much skill it takes to create an individual quality of a briolette. Now, briolette is essentially a checkerboard faceted dome, and that elongated droplet or dome is then elongated into, what's the best way to describe, kite shape, or like a pineapple. Think of a pineapple, right? So all of those little grid formation, the lapidary skill, the elite of this. I mean, we standardly have different variants of lapidarists, you know, people who are just getting started. And in many ways, it's a family business, lapidary work, because when you watch somebody do it, you then learn, don't you? And often is the case is as the grandfather teaches the grandson, who then teaches the daughter, who then teaches, and it passes down. It's expertise, it's passed down. This is an art form of the highest order. Lapidary skill of this. I'm going to take one. I'm not going to show you the whole strand. I want you to just appreciate one. Just a single stone. Are you ready? Hang on. I'm going to hold out one so you can't see any other than one. Look at the craftsmanship, the lapidary work that goes into just one. Now do you see why it takes so long for each briolette to be created? Each drop that has that, as I say, that almost pineapple formation, those elongated kites. Now take that one, that skill, that time, that dedication of expertise, and then times it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 20, I think that takes me to the middle. 20 takes me to the middle. So let's work on the average. You've got 40 of that precision craftsmanship. Now that means, and this is the bit that we've got to remember, if you think of the skill and the time that has been energized by creating this work, you've got to time that skill, that time, by 40 to just get to this one strand. Amazing. And we're going to take it under £10. Because that's the price we should be paying, £12.95. But it's not the price you're paying today. These are luxurious, ultimate impact. That is an absolute steal of a deal. I've had the experience of watching craftsmanship of this highest order, and you have got the chance to now experience that for yourself in this luxurious strand, this enviable combination that is just going to dazzle, illuminate. And the craftsmanship, that's the thing we mustn't underestimate, the craftsmanship of this. We often talk about the ingredients based on carat weight and clarity and things like that. I want us to just base this price on craftsmanship in skilled lapidary work, because that is of the highest order to then achieve this grade of impact that you have for £9.95. Tracy Beverley, congratulations to you. I've got buyers in Midlothian, the Outer Hebrides. I've got buyers in Oregon. Congratulations to you. South Lanarkshire, Yorkshire. Oh, Oregon, did you watch earlier on? We had American Fire Opal. Yes, from your state, from the fire and the Ring of Fire. We had Fire Opal. I don't know whether you were watching, but hopefully you did. £9.95 is all you pay, and we've got lots still to look forward to today, but that includes the Wall of Fame. I love the fact that the labradorite takes on a different hue of colour because of the surround on this rose gold coated woven ring. Love this. This is Helen in Liverpool. She says, my entry this week for the Wall of Fame is Labradorite woven ring with an amazing rose gold wire that I have fallen in love with. Everything is from Jewellery Maker, of course. Love to everyone. Oh, bless you, Helen. And as I was just saying, I just love the fact that the Labradorite is changing thanks to the surround of its beautiful rose gold finish. Lovely look, really gorgeous. And you are 58.
It's beautiful. Ooh, now here's a real summer
I think
place.
I sold those. Yeah, they're brilliant.
Did you?
Yeah,
fab. This is number 63. And this is from Elizabeth Elaine. Please find my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. As soon as I saw these beads, I just knew I had to get them for my friend Tracy, who lives her life dressed in black and white. Oh, fab. She just loved the jewellery, and I have made from them the jewellery I've made from them, and all for £4.95.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Jewellery Maker. Love the show. £4.95.
That's brilliant. What a deal. What a deal. And brilliant. I've got Isabel, and she says, loving the programme, the gems, the inspiration, plus the fun-loving presenters and crew. Here is my entry this week to the Wall of Fame. I have gone mad with everything, but it's all from JM. Got a bit carried away. Hope you like them. I do. I love the fact that you've really gone to town on every single piece. It's wonderful. Congratulations, Isabel. You are number 59.
I've got
colour pop.
Number 64. Yeah, there's a right colour pop.
Yeah, really lush.
Beautiful, rich colour. This is from Alex in the Forest of Dean. I've attached a photo of a summery long pink agate necklace with matching earrings for this week's WOF. Perfect for the maxi day for holidays. I use small rounds with silver plated spacers. At the front in the centre, I've graduated some faceted agate as a focal point and to give balance. Everything is from JM, bar the clasp. Please source something similar so I can buy 100% from JM. We'll pass it on. My favourite, really reliable quality supplier.
Oh, bless.
P.S. No filters, camera tricks or anything was used. The colour is that intense.
Wow.
That's nice to know.
Yeah, that's
lovely,
brilliant.
Alex.
And I've got Ian, and he says, meet Sissy Spider, made with loads of Jewellery Maker wire with lovely amethyst eyes and moonstone rounds for her web. She was fun to make, and that's what it's all about, having fun making things. Oh, I couldn't have said it better, Ian. Good luck to everyone entered, and hope they had as much fun making their entries as I did. Ian Thompson, I love that, and you are number 60. I like Sissy.
This is number 65. Love this ring. Absolutely love it. And this is from Elaine Whitney. Please find attached my entry for this week's WOF. A ring made of coloured copper wire and a gemstone from a bead scoop. Perfect use for the bead scoop. Not sure what the gemstone is, but I've loved the colour, especially the copper. Good luck to all. This is from Elaine and Kate.
Howlite, I think that is.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Tanya, she says, it's a take on Alison Tarry's amazing locket from the birthday week, except the Tanzanite cab, which fell into my keep safe box. I'm still a novice at wire work, and this was a hard job. Took me 10 hours to complete, over 5 days, but I'm proud I never gave up and completed it. It's taught me lots about wire, and I'm now on the hunt for DVDs to help me progress. Thanks to the guest designers for all the hard work, effort that goes in. And that's Tanya, and you're 61. And we'll quickly read through a quick hello to...
Number 66.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. This is Daisy.
Hello, Daisy.
Yeah.
And I've got also 62, which is Renee. Congratulations to you. This beautiful bead weaving. Love that luxury. And
this
67
is from Eve Sinnott.
It is indeed, and she's...
Beautiful.
Created a fantastic feature design. That is crafted design. I love the weaving.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you all. Wonderful to have your company today. Lots of treats still to look forward to today. Lots of deals still to enjoy. And Alison's inspiration. You've got something special going on today.
Oh yes, I had a treat.
A treat and a half. So keep watching. Thank you for your company, but don't move a muscle. Plenty more to come straight after this.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
Famed for their openness of colour, our Hunan Peridot gemstones are sought after for their bright greens and graceful golden undertones. Brought to life by their dazzling brilliance, we are able to bring out the pure hues, the fire and the sheer brilliance of this gem. We only source raw crystals with the potential to show off all of these remarkable qualities. For a gem full of sparkling bright greens and glorious golden tones, look no further than our Chinese Hunan Peridot.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker. Join guest designer Mark Smith for our introduction to paracord DVD. This DVD will talk you through the various steps on melting and splicing, the paracord jig, back-to-back bracelets, non-clip bracelets and snake knot bracelets. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Hello jewellery makers, welcome all ladies and gentlemen to Jewellery Maker and the Mid Show. It's really lovely to see you all today, it truly is. I'm so excited. I had such a fabulous evening. Did you watch the Eurovision Song Contest? Oh my gosh, it was absolutely fabulous. I was only planning on watching an hour. I tell you what, I was hooked. I was hooked. 20 to 12, I was still watching it. It was an emotional roller coaster, ladies and gentlemen. It truly, truly was. There was highs, there was lows, there was giggles. Now I don't know why I'm admitting this, but I'm going to. I began to cry at one point, and I don't know why. It was tears of happiness. I'm just so sad, aren't I? Anyway, I'm sure you watched it as well, and if you did, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Ukraine won. The Ukraine won. Australia were right at the top for ages and ages and ages, but they've come up with this new scoring system. Oh, I was on the edge of my seats. I really was. Anyway, it's absolutely wonderful to see you all today. My name is Rebecca Redican, your Song Contest lover, and it is great to be with you today. And it is even more spectacular because I've got some fantastical products today. On my Rebecca Redican Presenter Facebook page, I gave you a little bit of a clue as to one of the things we had this morning, but it was really only a little bit of a clue. It didn't describe the entire thing to you because I'm mischievous like that. But don't worry, you're going to find out exactly what it is within the next few minutes. And the lovely lady, who is ridiculously talented, always so lovely, and likes to talk to me about doggies, so that makes me happy, is joining us today, is the wonderful Alison Tarry.
What a build-up, thank you very much.
Hello, lovely, how are you?
I'm all right, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited about this because the amount of different bits and bobs and goodies and new things and old things we've maybe not seen in ages are here. How was it? How was it to work with?
It was amazing. It was amazing because my genre really is slightly different to what I got. So on Monday, I phoned up to check the kit was mine.
Did you? Yes. Oh, I love that. So totally not your usual mediums, really.
No, I love it, and I do love playing with it. I absolutely adore it.
Oh, so
and I was
glad.
like, oh, look what I got.
I'm so glad.
I know.
You loved it.
I did. I loved it.
I'm
Made
so chuffed.
so much out of it.
Yeah.
I will hold my hand up though.
Okay.
I did have to phone Sammy the Wirebender Fletcher for a little bit of advice.
Did you?
I did. I got stuck. I had a little bit of a wobble.
That's what friends are for. That's what friends
Absolutely.
are for. I'm so excited to talk through these kits. I really am, and there's so many parts to these. And what I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is, if you don't mind me saying, your husband's on standby, isn't he?
He's on standby. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Bargain.
Absolute bargain. As in the research I did, normally we're a couple of pounds lower than competitors and even random websites and things like that. But some of these things today, I had to triple, quadruple check. And even when I checked with you, you were like, no, surely not.
Yeah. Why? I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
I know.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is absolutely true. And we're going to dive straight into the kits because I've got loads and loads and loads of elements of it, if I may. So I'm going to start off with gemstones and silver, first things first. Tell me a little bit about the gemstones you've got given in here.
Oh, the gemstones were divine. Absolutely divine. The colour and the pearls, but they just go so well together, and they're perfect for that elegant feel, but coming into that little bit more of a summery feel. So you know, it just felt so fresh.
Yeah.
Really did feel fresh. And loved it.
And I can tell that you loved it. I really, truly can. I really can. We're going to talk about the gemstones, like I say, first. And I'm going to start off with this aquamarine. Can I please forewarn you? Some of the elements of the kits that we've got coming up for you today, we are absolutely dead cert positive they're going to sell out like that. So I am just going to really say to you, Brother Pete, what are you doing behind me? He's like, I need to see Brother Pete's face again, please. Where is he? Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, look at the little stretchy face. Oh, he's lovely. Brother Pete's our floor manager today. There he is, the lovely lad. I need to forewarn you as well. I've got so many treats coming up for you today. I've got a rarely seen section starting at 2 o'clock. Now, there's products in there that you hardly ever get to see, ever. Really unusual, really rare things, including things like bare copper jump rings. You're not going to believe the price.
Oh no. What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bit loud.
What? Also, after the end, nearer to the end of the show, in like the 4 o'clock hour, we have got last chances. Okay, so last chance, last deals, last opportunity. So fast, furious. So if you don't see what you like, wait a minute, and then something else will be back on. So we've got loads coming up today. The aquamarine in this kit, first things first, is stunning. You're completely right. Totally natural in its appearance. No dye, no treatments, nothing. And yes, that hue, that beautiful tone, that saturation is absolutely natural. It is the real deal. The strength of this, the impact of this, you would usually expect that to be gotten through treating it. It has not been. Totally natural in its form. And you've got some really great sizes in there to show that off as well. They're up to a 7x2 on this 50 carat strand. The strength, the impact of these means you could just use 1 or 2 to get a big bold look. Or you could really go for it to get a powerful impact look as well. So really great, gorgeous saturation on these, which basically means it's not wishy-washy. Big impact of colour, which of course is what we look for in high quality aquamarine. I've then got for you these dainty little freshwater pearls. They are the genuine real deal, really workable. I like that they're dainty, but they're not too tiny. So I know some people can find it a little bit difficult to say find drill holes on pearls. With these, because you've got a 5x6 in areas, you've got a decent enough drill hole in there, you've got a decent enough size to work with, but still nice and dainty as well. I'm then going to bring to you some sterling silver. No, it's not just any old sterling silver. It is absolute bundles, oodles, wowzers amounts of sterling silver. When we talk about sterling silver, we're talking about a very, very, very precious style of silver, of metal, sorry. And we're talking about something which is the highest reflection of any other metal. It gives such a beautiful, bright, brilliant look to it. So it's really going to illuminate your pieces. And that means, again, like with the aquamarine, with that great saturation, you only need a little and it'll go a long way. You've got lots in this pack, including, but not limited to, your lengths of chain, which I've got to say, the kind of action on it is beautiful, really gorgeous. You've then also got the lovely bolt ring clasp. Now, these are some of the newest elements to our sterling silver findings packs. They're not tiny little fiddly ones, they're big, big, big ones. And if I'm right in saying, I think you only in the sterling silver pack used to get 2 clasps off the top of my head. You did? Oh my gosh, thanks. You get 3 now. You get 3 in this pack. So you've got the opportunity to do yourself a necklace and a bracelet and an anklet if you wanted to. I've then got elements in here including things like your sterling silver featherweight head pins as well. So they'll go through very high-end gemstones more than maybe your original ones will. You've got absolutely loads of findings in there, including the likes of your jump rings, your crimps, your crimp beads, your spacers, loads of shepherd's hooks actually. 3 pairs is it? 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs of your shepherd's hooks.
Yeah.
And the infinity. I adore this.
It's a beautiful piece, isn't it?
It is absolutely stunning. Take a little look at this. Again, sterling silver, infinity sign. Your infinity logo. Infinity logo meaning no end, no beginning, meaning eternity, meaning forever and beyond. It is a stunning sign, and even though it's dainty, still managed to put that 925 on it, so everyone who you gift this to or sees it will know you've got the real deal precious metal there. Isn't that phenomenal? And it's not tiny, it's not fiddly, it's not a little bit.
No.
Get your hair out the way. Look at that. It's a decent size if I do it as a... You know, it's a decent size, isn't it? It really is. It's not a little tiny piece. It's a big amount of silver in that. And look how it catches the light. Oh my gosh, I love it. So, this is the first part of this kit. If you want gemstones like this with that great saturation and those beautiful pearls, you need to get your hands in it whilst you can. And these are our only sterling silver collection that we have in today's show. So get your hands on these findings, that beautiful aquamarine, those dainty pearls, and that stunning infinity sign. Your price point today. Can I just let you know that that's not even the price it should have been? Some of this has been dropped recently. I think you've seen the sterling silver dropped recently. Should have been £50.75 for already a great deal. Hold on to your hats. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sterling silver, this is aquamarine, this is pearls. That is just £29.95 for you today for all of this sterling silver. The sterling silver findings pack alone is usually around the £20 mark. Alone, the sterling silver pack alone around the £20 mark. You've then got that gorgeous infinity sign, which, like I said, it's big, it's bold, it's still really dainty because it's, you know, it's not too over the top and rambunctious. It's gentle, it's delicate in its look and it's stunning. And you get that aquamarine. That aquamarine alone, if I'd have seen that aquamarine by itself, I would have expected £19.95 on that strand alone is what I would have expected, and I think that's what you would have expected as well. Don't get me wrong, you can get aquamarine at £9.95, can't you? But I tell you what, it won't be shaped like this, it won't be in big pieces like this, and it won't have the saturation like this. So for me, you know, £19.95, £21.95 possibly, just for the aquamarine alone, and that would be at Jewellery Maker prices. Don't forget, whenever I kind of give you an ish estimate on things, I'm generally going to be talking about Jewellery Maker prices unless otherwise defined. And Jewellery Maker prices for me are way below your average, way below what you'd normally expect in other locations. So for me, at £21.95 or £19.95 for that strand alone, what a great deal. But for the pearls, for the findings, for that piece as well, what do you think of that, Alison Tarry?
I think that's a phenomenal price. I really do. Because I would have thought £10, at least £10 for the infinity on its own. I really would. And well, the pearls, I absolutely adored those pearls.
Alison Tarry, I've made a boo-boo.
Uh-oh.
I've forgotten
the
all of these
infinity
products.
stone's separate, isn't it?
No, I've forgotten all of this.
You're adding more in?
Yes, I am.
Oh, no.
And I completely forgot. I know, there's a tower of it here, and yet I completely forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, at £29.90, folks, let me reiterate, you're getting an entire sterling silver pack with more class than we've ever seen before in recent times, and all of those earring findings, chain in that included. You're getting that highly saturated, really great quality faceted aquamarine, totally natural, with those beautiful, beautiful pearls. You've then got that infinity sign in the sterling silver, and you've got beading thread in that gorgeous silverish tone, the really, really deep kind of oceanic colour. You've got this gentle, really gentle sea foam. You've got a teal-like colour in there, and you've got a super workable, very classy black in there. All of that, all of it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry I missed out on that. But hey, what an absolute deal, right, ladies and gentlemen. That is so special.
That's an absolute bargain. That is an absolute bargain. Because you can also knit with the beading thread and crochet with it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can add things on, you can kumihimo with it, you can macrame with it, as well as just using it as, I said just using it as beading thread. It's so many uses.
So many uses.
You've got masses.
Now, I know this is
Stunning.
absolutely ridiculous, but I'm really quickly just going to get Toby to do a little bit of maths for me. I'm going to do these as components because I'm well aware that if you're buying sterling silver, you're more than likely going to be buying them in little individual packs like this. So I'm going to count these little elements like this as components. So 1 component, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 components. How much does that work out per component, please? Bearing in mind this is sterling silver and aquamarine. £1.76.
That aquamarine for £1.76.
It's ridiculous.
The infinity.
The infinity.
For £1.76.
For £1.76. You couldn't buy a jumbo pack of chewing gum for that price.
No.
That is phenomenal. Well done to every single one of you getting your hands on this. That is really phenomenal. Really, really corker of a deal. Well done to Nottinghamshire, County Antrim, Angus, Surrey, Yorkshire, another Surrey. Well done to Oxfordshire and Bridgend. There's so many of you coming in, I can't keep up with your names. And what I will say is, some of those names I've read out aren't just getting 1. And well done to you getting 2. Well done to you, because you know what a deal and a half that is. That is phenomenal. Loads of you with this in your baskets. Now, I'm going to move on. We've still got quantity of this, but I'm moving on because I've got so many things to fit into this hour, okay? I'm going to bring to you now, like I said, I put on Rebecca Redican Presenter on my Facebook page, a little bit of a clue as to one of the products we've got coming up, but it was a bit of a clue. I did it hangman style, because you know I'm like that. But it was a little bit of a clue, but it didn't give you the whole description of what we're bringing, okay? That's coming up really shortly, really shortly. But first off, I'm going to bring you more sterling silver. But I told you we didn't have any more sterling silver findings. No, I didn't lie. It's because it's wire. Tell me about the silver wire you've got in here, please.
Right, so the silver wire we've got two we've got two distinctly separate types. The half round, stunning, very versatile. I've kind of gone out on left field with what I've done with this.
Yeah.
But it works beautifully for what I've done.
It really does work.
It's normally a binding wire for your wire. Great with your square wire, great with your flat wire, but I've used it almost as a bezel, and you can use it like that as well, and it just sort of gives a frame to the pieces I've done. It just lifts those pieces, and it looks beautiful, and it was so nice to work with.
It does look stunning, and I've got loads of it coming up for you in a bit.
John, are you ready, John?
John!
Please be ready.
Hi, John!
2, please.
John's Alison's Tarry's husband. We're not speaking to all of you Johns.
No, not every... Well, if every John wants to buy me 2, that's fine.
No, that's fine. Would you like to come on in right now, John? I'll give you a countdown, okay, to dial. Or is he doing it online?
He'll do it online.
All right. Get ready to click. 3, 2, 1. Start clicking because your graphics are in. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that Alison Tarry is getting her hands on a couple of. This is sterling silver sheet that we have here for you. This is something that you have made so many pieces with. Tell me how many pieces you've made with this, please.
I got 7 pieces out, and I actually made a mistake with one of the pieces, so I could have got 8 pieces, but I ruined one. So
Wow, 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 wow.
7 pieces out of it.
Wow, wow, wow.
No! That's torture.
John's going, I'm busy. You're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. Wait, is he in with us? Is he in with us yet? This sterling silver sheet, he's in and he's bought you 2.
I love
you little
you.
love. 76 mil on this. Your thickness is a 0.5, and yes, it is genuine sterling silver. Alison Tarry managed to get 7 pieces out of this. It is absolutely beautiful. It really, really, really is. I've also got for you in this collection your sterling silver chain. Comes with this, a really stunning necklace chain. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you, okay? We will always, always, always do the best we can on prices, and we do. We genuinely do. Today, we have taken off every single penny we have. Now, I'm about to show you a really weird price, and I'll be completely straight with you. It's because if we were to take off even another penny, we would essentially be losing money on this, pretty much. Losing money on what we're allowed to. And I mean a penny off. The reason we've taken it to this really low price is because we know we've got so many other treats coming up in this hour. We wanted you all to be able to get your hands on as much of it as you can, as much as the individual elements as you can. And that's why you're about to see a really strange price. It shouldn't be this price. You know it shouldn't. Alison Tarry knows it shouldn't. But today it is. Don't expect this price again. Every single penny over allocated. I'm sorry, we did have a decent quantity, but over allocated. The reason we've done that is because I've got so many elements in here that you're gonna want to get your hands on, including sterling silver wire and including a very, very, very special wire, which, like I say, I gave you a little hint to this morning. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited for all of you getting these treats. I really am. I'm bringing the sterling silver wire with me. I'm bringing some notes with me because I need to have some notes about the new product. Hello, gorgeous Alison Tarry. How are you?
I'm still in shock.
Are you glad you got 2 of them now then?
Yeah, I'm still in shock. I really don't believe that price.
I am bringing to you some wire very, very shortly indeed. Very special wire in 2 guises.
Amazing. It's amazing.
I actually did that dance when I saw your pieces this morning, didn't I? That's going to sell out in a second. I'm sorry about that. Special wire coming up in different guises very, very shortly. Sam, you're a love. You're a love, thank you, Sam. I can't carry it all. Tell us about the creative process with this, please.
Well, having got over the shock of it, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is for me. I get to play with it. Sorry. I was in shock.
No, not surprised.
Having got on over the shock, because I absolutely adore it. But, it's not my mainstream.
Yeah.
Absolutely adored it. So I was like, what can I do? And most of you know I've got another job, a day job, and I'd go and I'd have I drew out the square and I'd be doing all sorts of little different designs on this square because what I wanted to do was maximise what I could get out of it. I never dreamt I'd get 7 pieces. No. I really didn't dream I'd get 7 pieces.
But you did, and they're not measly little pieces.
They're not measly little bits of silver. And I also wanted to do it so that we've had a lot of new viewers, people who are going, oh, sheet silver, oh gosh, I don't know. Trust me, I've done pieces here that are simple but elegant to do, and some you can play with. I really wanted to do something for everyone to have a go at. So if you play with sheet all the time, I'm quite sure you're going to get it because it's such good value, and you'll have ideas of what you're going to do with it. Yeah. But I wanted to give people who've not had it before a chance to say, I could work with that. Yes. I can actually benefit from this such good bargain price that I can actually join in, because I've never seen it at this price. I really still can't believe this price.
No.
Sorry.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
It is.
I love this piece we're looking at now. It makes me think of lots of very well-known programmes that are on at the moment.
Yes.
But you've done it in a very feminine way.
Well, I think because the aquamarine and the pearls take you down that feminine route.
Yes.
So it's quite a bold. It's not a bold, rustic almost.
Yes.
You know, it's battered and beaten,
Yes,
and you know, it's really had a tough life, this piece of silver.
Yeah.
And then you've got these delicate aquamarines and pearls as a counterpoint, and I love it. And that's why also I wanted to have the patina on the outside where it has been hammered, and then try and keep the centre. Now in the centre, I've left it plain, but you could put initials on there, you could put a cabochon in there, you could actually cut out a piece if you wanted and just have the outside. So you can take that piece I've done and then run with it and change it up a bit.
Yes,
So I
definitely.
wanted to give you a starter point,
Yeah.
and then off you go.
Yes.
And you could do whatever, but I quite like just having the plain silver and then the texture around the outside.
And
Loved
does
it,
just
absolutely loved
work.
it.
It really does just work. Okay, we have sold out of that part of the kit with the silver. I'm so sorry about that. We still have good quantity because we started off with sort of 100 or so on this, which is why that price point is there. Again, you're a love. Thank you, Sam. Now, you mentioned cabochons, and we're about to bring in the wire that you just said. If I had cabochons in this kit, I would have been over the moon.
Yeah. Well, I was over the moon anyway.
I'm going to bring this product now. This is something I personally haven't seen before. It's something that you haven't seen before, as far as I know. Brand spanking new. It's very, very, very special indeed. Tell me a little bit, please, about this. Black, rhodium plated, sterling silver flat wire. Please, Alison
Amazing.
Terry.
Right. I had the round rhodium plated and I had the black and the white, and I absolutely adored it and bought as much as I could. The flat, brilliant. Now this is usually used as a bezel set.
Yes.
So hence traditionally it's used with cabochons,
Which I've got coming up for you in a moment.
So when you see we have sometimes cabochons with a bezel set around them. This is the sort of thing they're using.
That you can make your own with.
That you can make your own with. Now I've seen, and I'll hold my hand up and say I've not bezel set with silver before, but I'd give it a go. And even if you wanted to, you could actually glue it around. You wouldn't necessarily have to be a smith to use it, but you could glue it around the cab and you get that effect, and it changes it up. It's almost like if you put a poster on the wall or a picture on the wall, a photograph, just stick it on the wall, it looks nice, put it in a frame and it looks stunning.
Yes.
And that's what your bezel is doing.
Yes.
It is framing your beautiful stone. And the colour, the black rhodium plated, and I'm sorry if I'm going on, but the black rhodium plating gives you that amazing, amazing modern feel to it, but also you get the antique feel. It's weird because you're not used to seeing it, but it can be vintage.
Yes.
But it's also because you don't see it. I'd never seen it before.
I did my research and literally couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
And I went on the well-known websites, and then I even just typed it into my search engine, which pulls up all the lists of it. Couldn't find anything.
So what I did with it, I kind of went, you know me. People who know me know I do this quite often. I've done it with soutache. I do my own thing. Why be traditional when you can go off and do your own thing?
Do your own thing, yeah, why?
And I looked at this, and something else I love doing is quilling.
I love
And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to be so decadent, and I'm going to quill with silver wire. Oh my goodness.
What a gorgeous thing to be able to do.
I know. I could not believe it. But, you know, use it traditionally and it goes a long, 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 long way.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, you've got a lot of wire there, and I just loved using it for the quilling. But using it in conjunction with the half round wire, and where I'm saying about the frame, if you have a look at, can you have a look at the quilled
Necklace.
ones? Yeah, the black Sammy's in Gloucester. Sorry, Sam. And where I've got round the edge, you see how the silver that
frames it.
Yeah,
and
stunning. It makes such a difference to have that line.
Really does.
Sorry. You know, if you ever colour in, if you colour a piece on a paper, it just looks like a coloured patch.
Yes.
As soon as you draw that black line around it,
pop.
It makes it totally different.
You're right.
And that's what you're doing with these. So on its own, traditionally, you are framing your gemstone and using that emphasis to make the gemstone.
Yeah.
And how I've used it, I've used the silver to frame my flat wire and to just give it that punch.
It that look.
Yeah.
Rhodium. What on earth is rhodium? We've kind of had people asking. Rhodium is the most expensive metal in the world, essentially. It is way more expensive than silver, way more expensive than gold. And one of the reasons that it is one of the most expensive metals in the world is because per year, you're only getting around 20 tons out of the ground. Now that isn't even a percent of the amount of gold you would get out of the ground in a year. It's not even a tiny amount compared to that of silver that you get out of the ground. We can get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons of silver and gold out of the ground every year. This is only 20 tons. It is therefore one of the most expensive metals in the world. So why are we lavishing it over silver? Because it essentially is also one of the sturdiest, one of the strongest. It doesn't excuse me, it's resistant to corrosion, it's resistant to oxidization, which essentially means the look you get is the look that's going to last. You know, sometimes with white gold, I've got a white gold piece which I love and adore and I really do, but you know how white gold starts off looking really silver and then after a few wears, after a few years, it goes tarnishy, goldeny colour. It changes, doesn't it? It changes. The gold itself comes through. This isn't like that. This is sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. It really, really is. It's strong, it's sturdy. If you want to get your hands on it today, let's get involved.
Oh, that's amazing.
I couldn't even find this. And I spent about 25 minutes doing it last night, and I did a quick 10-minute search today, and I could not find it anywhere. Today, ladies and gentlemen, that is not your price. No. I'm going to do you a launch price offer, ladies and gentlemen. If you were to buy these separately in the future, they will be £35 worth. But they're £29.95 for you today. And just to let you know, you're getting you're getting the 3mm and you're getting the 5mm in thicknesses here that you can see.
So £15 for each?
Yes.
I dread to think how many cabochons you could set with it.
So many.
Oh my gosh, that's an incredible price.
And we are speaking of cabochon, so really quickly I'm going to zip in the ruby zoisite because I know this caught your eye. So explain to us, this is really quick, this is going to come up on your screen really quickly. It's ruby zoisite. When we talk about zoisite, it's the same sort of family as tanzanite, and the pink elements you see in here are the ruby itself, the red elements should I say. It gives you this appeal of almost peacock-like feathers with all the striations. It's just stunning. Tell us again how you would use these to bezel around something like this.
So basically you're using it to edge. And you can use it, bear in mind, you can use this with your sheet metal as well. So you can create a metal on your sheet with the bezeled wire, okay? Now I'm not a silversmith, so, but that's where you can use it as well. But I'd use it as we do with our bezel sets. So I'd literally edge it. So I'd use, depending on which one I wanted, so depending on my depth of stone, I'd pick my bezel set and I'd literally go round it to get that frame.
Love that.
Absolutely beautiful. And then you can attach a what's it called? Thing you hang it from.
Bezel. No, bail.
Bail.
Near again with the B.
What do we like? It's
£9.95. Your price has just come in on the ruby zoisite, by the way. £9.95. Hasn't been seen in almost a year. All of that carat weight.
Look at that one. Look at the ruby on that one.
You're going to have so much fun with these, ladies and gentlemen. You really are. Haven't been seen in almost a year. Very, very, very rare gemstone that we have here for you. So do come on in and get your hands on it whilst you have the opportunity to do so. Very special, £9.95 for very rare gemstone. Last chance on that rhodium wire, I tell you what, there's loads of you coming in. And can I just say, that's not where the wire stops. It's the only flat type and it's the only black type we've got for you today of this variety. But don't worry, more is coming in for you very, very shortly. But I'm very aware of the time and I do want to dive into this demonstration. Well done to every single one of you. This is at the bottom of your screen. I'm absolutely over the moon for you. I really, really am. We're going to dive in.
Cool.
Where are we going to be looking today, please, Alison?
So we're going to look, to start off with the ring, with the two-tone ring.
I love this one.
I do. It's my favourite.
Stunning. Okay, so where do we go with it?
Right. So, well, I've used, I was using a saw. I've forgotten my saw and bench peg.
No problem. We've got a saw coming up for you in a bit.
So I take my sheet. Now, there's two ways of doing this. I mean, what I did is cut bits out of it. So what I do is I mark it and then cut it.
Yeah.
So I will actually score it, okay? And I literally took a ruler. You need some sort of steel rule or a bead scoop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Place it on, because what you don't want to do is mark the rest of the silver. So if you place it on and score it,
yeah,
and use something proper but sharp edged, and I used my flush cutter pliers.
Yeah.
Don't look, Sammy. And I literally scored where I want to cut. So it gives you that line. You know where you're going to be cutting.
Got you.
Be it with a, it gives your blade somewhere to go. I don't know if you've ever done it, if you've ever sawn anything, but if you're trying to saw in a straight line and there's nothing there, it's very difficult. If you've got that groove, it naturally saws along the groove.
Got you.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So you'd saw your piece off. Or I've actually used tin snips on this as well, so the snips will work as well. So I've got the piece.
Sawing, a lot of people say that sawing is actually a lot easier with curves and with angles and things
much
like
easier.
that. Which,
much easier.
I don't know why I would think, because obviously snips.
Yeah, but when you've got your snips, so if you've got your snips, and obviously not your flush cutters.
No.
Don't use your flush cutters.
Tin snips or something.
Yeah, use your tin snips, and we've probably got them on the website.
Possibly,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I know we sell them. So as you're trying to curve round, you've got the length of the blade and the bottom part, and I'm going to use this as a demo.
As a demo.
So your bottom part gets in the way of turning. So to do intricate little shapes, and if you wanted to cut out, a flower or something like that, I'd never use snips to do it.
Got ya.
It makes it really difficult. Saw is so much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Because you can guide it more.
Yeah,
Is it?
you can guide it. You've got the blades are tiny compared to the size of a blade of your scissors.
Yeah.
Or your snips or whatever.
Yeah.
They have a really thick blade because they've got to be sturdy. They're snipping metal.
Yeah.
Whereas your saw blade is tiny by comparison.
Yeah.
So it will curve an angle. If you think you've got a flat line, yeah, if that's your blade and you want to turn it, you've got that flat to turn, so it's a bit like turning the Titanic as against a little speedboat. So if you think of your blade as your little speedboat, it turns on a sixpence because you haven't got the whole blade to get round the corner.
Fab.
And that, if you think about it like that, your snips are your Titanic and your blades are your speedboat.
Get your hands on a speedboat for £9.95, ladies and gentlemen. You get the saw blade, which don't forget you can change the size of. It's specifically made for jewellery making. This you can use it with silver, you can use it with copper, you can use it with perspex and so much more.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, if something snaps, then it doesn't matter. You just can change the size of it and then lock that into place. And you get all of these saw blades. You get absolutely loads of them. I think you get about 70. Isn't it? I know it says 24 pieces, but it's
you get a lot.
You get loads. You get loads. I think I can't remember exactly, but if I show you, you could see how many. If you're getting really close, can you see how many you're getting in there?
You do get a
mean,
lot.
that's just in one selection. That's just in one size. You're getting absolutely loads in there. Do treat yourself to these ones whilst you can. I had a feeling it was something like 12 in each pouch, or maybe even 24 in each pouch.
And they're different sizes, so you can go you know, if you're doing your, this is nice and malleable.
Yeah.
So, but compared to your hard copper, I'd use a harder blade.
Yes,
A
so
sturdier
that's what the
blade.
different sizes are for. So you'll be able to see you've got your 1 is the thickest, and then going
6.
through to your 6, which is the daintier. So they do different
Yeah.
jobs, but you'll be able to tell that, and when you're working with them, what's right for you.
One thing I always get asked a lot with these, and I know Sammy's been asked quite a lot, how do you tell which way your blade's going?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you take your blade out, if you gently, and I mean gently, run your finger along it, because it is sharp, your finger should be able to move one way and not the other.
Yeah.
And the other, where it won't move, and don't try and force it because it will rip your finger, please do not force it.
No, just really gently.
And that's the way, that's your
Barbed.
cutting edge. Now, I know different people, some people like to push for it to cut, some people like to pull.
Yeah.
And I think it's personal preference.
Got you.
So try whichever way is comfortable. There's probably a traditional way of doing it. I've had people do it both ways, because some people pull on the cut and some people push on the cut. So feel which way, and if it doesn't seem to be cutting, turn your blade the other way round.
Love it.
Okay.
Great tip. Just to let you know, less than 35 of these
Wow.
available now, so get them whilst you can. Well done, everyone.
Right.
So we've
cut out our
schooled it.
piece.
We're cutting out our piece,
Yeah.
imagine, with your blade.
Okay, so next we've got to smooth it, because this is going to be really sharp. I mean, I've used the edge, so we've got a nice rounded, smooth edge. That's not going to go anywhere. That's lovely. However, your cut edge is going to be sharp. Don't run your finger over like I've just done on there, because it'll be too sharp. And your... I have put those in. Your I was just going to say, don't say I forgot the files as well.
No, you're all good.
These are an old pack.
Okay.
So you get,
Got 12 in this
Ooh.
one. They're metal. They do lots. They've got
6.
different. Oh, sorry. Sucks for you right now. I've got 12 needle files here. If I show you the back, you'll be able to see the different types you get. Again, silver, copper, loads of different things.
Yeah.
£6.95
wow.
for 12.
Wow.
And they are metal, so really
That's
nice
good.
and sturdy.
So useful, so useful. So I've used the flat one on these pieces. I've used the half round one, and I've used the round one.
Okay.
Is what I've used on my pieces. I've also got a square one, which is cool. Oh, sorry.
That is cool.
So for this one, predominantly, I'm going to use the flat wire, and you want to gently run it along. You can do, if you've got a Dremel, you can do it very quickly with a Dremel, or you can file it. And literally, you're going to file it. Now, if you file it flat like that, what happens is you'll get a corner.
I see, yeah.
So what I do is I kind of roll it. Now, again, my father-in-law is a metalsmith and a woodworker. He used to teach for many, many years, so
Wow.
I might not be doing it his traditional way, so please don't shout at me, Bob.
But you're doing it the Alison Tarry
I'm doing it
way,
the Alison Tarry,
and
how I
Alison
learned.
Tarry is always fantastic.
So literally, now if you want to be pedantic, you could put a piece of paper down to catch all the filings, because this is the silver.
Stone silver, yeah,
This is
you're right.
proper silver.
And people do send them off.
Yeah, and you're gently just filing, and it doesn't take much for you to get rid of that smooth bit. You know, you can use quite a bit of force, but what you don't want to do is go too far over, because you will then start marking your silver.
I see.
You want to protect your silver because it is so beautifully shiny.
It really is, isn't
you know, you don't want it. So you'd go along until it's nice, and you can run your finger down and you've got that curved bit, and then you want to do the corners. Okay, I'm going to put that down because I'm going to get bits everywhere. Now, again, if you kind of roll it around, if you try and sort of file the point, it's very difficult to do, or I find it very difficult. So I kind of start doing it at slight angles and work my way around a point, and before long you'll have a curve. Now, because I've used the end, I've got a nice curve that size.
Beautiful.
So I would want to form that curve
kind of
on the other
copy it.
side.
Okay, yeah, I see.
So nice and gently taking it round. And you can get quite fast, but what you don't want to do is have it so you can slip and then you've marked your
Always
wire.
do be careful with things like this, please.
Slower is better than marking it, okay? And like I say, if you've got a Dremel, you can use your Dremel to do it, which takes you a fraction of your time.
We're
Go on.
close to selling out of those files, I'm afraid. So we're going to bring the kit back on. Just to really quickly reiterate what it was: sterling silver findings pack, sterling silver infinity sign. You had a strand of aquamarine, a strand of pearls, and loads of beading threads in lots of gorgeous colours as well.
Right, so let's imagine I've sanded all that.
Yeah.
Now, normally we kind of try and do a here's one I prepared earlier, but it's sterling silver, so I didn't do many.
No.
Okay. So then what I did was I hammered it.
Okay.
Okay, now I should have my block and a hammer. I
have faith that you do. I have faith that you do.
The trouble with our Jewellery Maker bags is
You get so much in
space
them.
I do stuff. And I was trying to look for it before, but as you can hear, I've got all sorts in here, and you can't do it quietly.
You've got
my
loads
punch.
in there.
I know.
It's like when Mary Poppins pulls out in a
I carry
ladder.
all sorts.
Tell you what,
I've
whilst
got
you're
the hammer.
looking for that, because you've got to find the block now, but whilst you're looking for that, save you being super pressured,
Yeah.
how's about I bring you the final set of our wire? I've just dropped a bit, but it's fine, because it's one of the sturdiest wires in the world. I'll just go and grab it. Oh no, I've dropped it in your bag.
Oh, God.
No, I've got it. I am bringing to you here your absolutely exceptional sterling silver half round wire, and this is with your rhodium again. If you've just tuned in, I hope you didn't miss out on the brand new flat black rhodium plated wire. It's at the bottom of your screen. There are still some available, and you've got 2 sets for that, as you can see here. With this, you have got a selection of your half round wire, ladies and gentlemen. There's a meter's worth on each coil, and you can see you're getting a variation in different gauges here. You've got a 1mm, a 0.8 and a 0.6 here, ladies and gentlemen. What you have here is a metal that is very, 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 very strong. It's actually kind of derived from and in the same sort of bracket as platinum. You get often found in platinum ores, so you know how strong platinum is and how wonderfully durable that is. Well, you've got the same sort of kettle of fish with this, really. The fact of the matter is you have got that genuine sterling silver, so it's very high-end, beautiful to work with, and like I say, it is one of the strongest, one of the most resistant, and one of the most expensive metals in the world with the rhodium that we've got alongside this. It's so simple to work with. You can see the beauty of kind of the movement of this. Just look at how stunningly soft that is to work with. And if I hold it like that, you'll be able to see what we mean by half wire, possibly half round, sorry. It essentially means you've got a flat surface and you've got a curved surface. So you've got a flat surface and more of a curved surface, which means you get a really beautiful look. So that's your flat, you see the luster there, and then you've got the curve. You can see that, can't you? It's phenomenal, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your hands on this, now is your opportunity. Come on in, get it whilst you can. Your price point today is rolling down, should be shy of £40. Already a great price. Another one I tried to do research on, quite difficult. Not as difficult as the back, but still quite difficult. Today though,
Wow.
£27.95. That isn't usually the price I would expect for our sterling silver wire for that amount, let alone with the rhodium, which, like I say, very expensive, very durable, very resistant from corrosion and oxidization metal. So that is a great deal.
It's rhodium plated. I didn't realise that. Wow.
So this means it's going to keep its shine, it's going to keep its lustre, even better than sterling silver would. It doesn't tarnish as easily at all. Very special indeed at £27.95. Get that whilst you can. It's really, really very, very easy to work with. And one thing I would quickly say as well is, you know, we often, when we bring you a newer metal that maybe you've not seen, we talk about how to clean it. Some of them, you know, you can do chemical washes and you can, you know, burnish them with lots of tools. Because rhodium is so strong, you probably won't have to actually bring it to life back, because it will last and last and last in its beauty. But if you do need to, you don't need loads of chemicals, you don't need to send it away. Just a little bit of very gentle, like baby shampoo in water, will clean it right up. So a really easy one to work with as well. £27.95. Well done, everybody. Okay, so we've found the hammer and block.
Yes.
In the Mary Poppins bag.
No. Sam sorted me out the block, to be fair.
Gosh, you're good, aren't you?
She's so good.
She's so good. Okay, so
Right,
we're
so
on
what I
to
wanted to
texture.
get what I wanted to get was the effect of a texture going through to the smooth, and the same with the colour. So I've literally hammered the bottom end of it.
Got ya.
So you know, you can be quite, sorry about the noise.
Oh, no, I quite like it.
Can you see that there?
Uh-huh.
And you can do as hammered or as smooth as you like. And what I tried to do was be quite heavy with my hammering down the bottom end.
Yeah.
And then almost fade it out.
Really subtle.
Yeah. It is quite subtle, but that's the effect I was going for.
Love that.
And you get, I'll just try and clean it a bit. There you go. You can see you get this beautiful effect. Wow. Now that's without the patina. Patina.
Fab.
Okay. And if you wanted to be even more subtle, you get a totally different effect on the back.
Yeah, look at this. Totally different, slightly more subtle.
Yeah, it's almost a more satin effect.
Yeah, you're right. In
and
comparison. Oh, love
yeah.
that.
So you could pick which side you wanted to do.
Great.
So then I got my ring mandrel.
Which we might have on the website still, I'm sure we will.
Okay, and you pick where you're going. Pop it on. Now this is approximately 3 inches, right? What are you?
I'm an N.
An N. So your O to N. No, hang on.
Yeah, N to O. Yeah,
N to O, not O to N. Yeah, N to O is 2 inches. I know that because I make a lot of N to O rings.
Yeah, you
Funny
do.
that, isn't it?
You do.
So I know that's 2 inches. So this gave a nice overlap.
Fab.
But I'm an R to S I'm an N to O on that little finger. So have a look, they still fit. Whereas the other finger's an R to S.
Fab.
And you'd still get an overlap with an R to S.
Great stuff.
So it does just the one does it.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to take it and go all the way round
and look at how fluid
and get
that
an
is.
overlap.
Oh.
Now where you get the overlap, can you see how I've got a little bit of a...
Can you see that? If you show it, that's it.
I've got a little bit...
Yes, a bit nook,
that's where it sort of tried to go over the bottom bit. And what I
get you.
did was I took it beyond.
Yeah.
Whoops. It's a bit fiddly to hold. So you've got to go beyond it.
Yeah.
And then what you want to do is hammer that with the nylon side.
Clever.
And because these are good quality steel, you can just hammer that lightly and smooth that down a bit.
Great.
And that gives you your ring. I'm not going to put it on because I haven't finished sanding that side. That gives you your simple overlap for your ring. And you can see, even without putting the patina on, the difference between the hammered bit and the smooth. So you could actually leave it like that. And again, you can actually stamp on that if you wanted to, if you wanted to put initials or something on it. So you could do that. But I then dropped it in the patina. And again, what I wanted to do was have a fade out of the patina. So I kept the hammered bit patinaed and then faded it out and went to highly polished over the top of it to get that contrast.
So did you patina the whole thing, or did you just dip one side in?
I dropped the whole thing in. Then I had my panic because I'd had a whoopsie with the liver of sulphur. Hold my hand up, I had a whoopsie. It was a new container and I was trying to do a few drops and got a dollop. You know, very technical.
You only need a tiny bit.
Yeah, you only need a few drops. Sorry, panic. It's fine, it's fine. So yes, I had a bit of, so don't panic, it goes really, really dark black.
But
really
you can sort that out, can't you?
But then you can polish it up. So I really worked hard polishing the smooth bit, and I just gave that a light polish with a cloth on the other bit. And that gives you, I think, well, I love it. It's my favourite piece I've made for ages.
Stunning, isn't it?
Something that's quite simple to have a go, something for a beginner to have a go with. If you've never used silver sheet before, have a go.
Yeah.
It's great to play with. Just make sure you smooth that because that will be quite sharp. And then just have a play with your textures if you want. Or some of the other rings I've just left completely smooth. Just a completely smooth strip. So stylish, so elegant.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to, you can hammer it, you can stamp on it, so you can put initials on it if you wanted.
I love how you've left that one.
With the little 925
on it. You see it in the bottom corner. I think that's just so cute. I love that.
So and to get 7 pieces out of the sheet without the flat wire quilling, to get 7 pieces out of the sheet, and I don't sell my sterling silver.
Yeah.
But even if I sold, you know, let's say you sold them for £20 each, which I never would because they'd be more than that. That's £140 worth for your £28.
How much was the
28.90?
Yeah.
So
the silver, yeah.
I would say one piece would be that much.
Yeah.
And then you've got another 6 pieces. Amazing, amazing, amazing value. I really
Just
can't get over the
astonishing.
value.
Really, really
And
is.
this is, I can't get over that being Rhodonite.
Hello, gorgeous Sammy. Oh, always happy to help. Completely adore the look. I'm so recreating that ring, missus. Love you.
Oh, love you too, Sammy. Couldn't have done it without you.
You little love. Thank you very much, Sammy. Don't forget you can text in, let us know what you think. Have you got any questions about these new wires? Do you need any help? Do you need any tips? We'd love to hear from you today. 60777, so you text with the word JM Studio. Or if you really want to talk about the Eurovision Song Contest, that's cool too. We've had a message in actually about the sterling silver that we've worked with. Oh, yeah. Would you have to hallmark the rings? They are gorgeous, says Angela.
There is a weight limit to what you can hallmark, which is 7 point something
is
grams.
it? 7.1 or 7.5? It's just over 7,
quite
isn't
a
it?
bit of. I personally, if I was going to sell my silver, I would start hallmarking.
Mm-hmm.
Because
if that was definitely going to be your niche
if that's where you're going to go, if you're going to sell it, then start hallmarking because it adds value anyway.
7.78 it is.
7.78. I have no idea how much that weighs. As to whether it be, and if I remember rightly, as far as I'm aware, it's the whole weight of the piece as well.
Correct.
It's not, so if you've got gemstones on there, they're counted into the weight. It's not just the weight of the silver.
If it's attached, then it's counted.
Yes, absolutely.
If it's a detachable section, then it's not.
And if you're going to have something, make sure it's all sterling, because as soon as you put something that's not sterling with it, it brings the whole thing down. They go to the lowest common denominator, as it were.
Yeah.
So if you say the necklace, the hammered necklace, then the finding at the back is sterling, and I love those bigger bolt rings. Fabulous. So yeah, I personally would because to me it's it improves the saleability.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, weigh your pieces, and like we say, 7.8 grams it is. But also I would say, if you're just going to be gifting a piece, or you're just wearing it yourself, it could be 9 grams, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to get it hallmarked.
And you don't have to go to the hallmark and get your own. You could find someone locally who, probably for a fee, but would hallmark individual pieces for you. Yeah. So again, that might be a way, if you're not sure, to find someone locally and say, definitely, how much would you charge me to have this hallmarked? And there are companies that do it as well if you don't know anyone. Okay, we've had another text in. Don't forget, ladies and gents, loads more coming up for you today, including rarely seen pieces, very rarely seen, and low stock opportunities, last minute, quick fire for the final round. Sophie saying, hi Becky, Alison and the team. I haven't said hello to the team yet. Let's say hello to the team. Hello to Sam being super helpful on cameras. How are you, Sam?
I'm good.
Did you watch Eurovision, yay or nay?
Yes.
Yay! Only till the whole end? The voting system, I loved. Edge of my seat it was. Let's say hello to my gorgeous director. It's wonderful Ben. Hi Ben. Did you watch it? Thumbs up or down? Did you watch it? Thumbs up or down? Eurovision? No. I've got lovely brother Pete with us in today. Hey bro Pete, how are you? Did you watch it? No, I didn't. Oh, you were on the Late Show. Oh, yeah, sorry, salt in the wound. Oops. Sorry, you were working. Hello, gorgeous Bex. How are you, B Diddy? Did you watch it? No. Oh. And then my wonderful producer, Toby. Hi, Toby. Toby definitely watched it. We've had a full rundown of it all today. It says, can you use the half round wire to bezel set cabs? Thanks from Sophie.
Right, you can to bezel set, I would say no. To set, you can use it to set cabs. I'm not sure whether you could bezel set with it.
This is perfect for bezel setting.
That's
maybe
perfect
not
for bezel setting. I'd put that round that. But you can certainly set cabs with half round wire.
Yes.
So yeah, you can do your wire wrapping round it, and then you can create a bail. So yes, you can use it to wrap.
I hope that helps, Sophie. This is a perfect one. The black rhodium, the flat, is going to be great because obviously you've got so much surface area on there. It's kind of more of a
cooked round.
Yes, around the cabs. And I've got some quick cabs to show you here because I know that these are so far up your street.
Oh yeah.
Why are they?
Well, I love adding them into a piece so you can have a focal point. They're perfect sizes for rings. For me,
They really are, yeah, you're right.
I'm a smaller ring person, and they're gorgeous. Earrings, you can prong set with them, you can bezel set them, you can wire wrap them. They're fantastic to use, absolutely fantastic to use.
And the sets that we've got here, I think, are beautiful. Amethyst, really, really, really rich, deep amethyst you've got in here with the oval cabochons. Just to let you know, you will be getting the set of 3 of each of these. You know, sometimes when we do cabs like we did on the gorgeous Zoa site before, when we did these ones, what you have sometimes is just a carat weight. With these, it's definitely getting 3 of each. You're definitely getting 3 of the amethyst and 3 of the rutile quartz. Your price point today for all 6 is just £9.95 for you today. I think that's a wonderful deal. I really do.
Wow.
For a ring, one ring, much higher price point than that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I use them in brooches. I'll use them. You can make a beautiful little delicate pendant, or you can add it to part of a wire wrapped pendant. You could set one in the infinity ring.
Oh,
in
that
the larger
infinity.
part of the infinity ring.
That'd be gorgeous.
You could use your wire and bezel set it onto some of the sheet. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. That would look amazing, wouldn't it?
I'm just really happy to have managed to balance something. Oh my gosh, I'm so clumsy. That's fab. Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah. So you can mix and match with them. They're such a versatile. But I love the fact that you're getting some all the same size.
Yes.
Because sometimes you just want some things to match.
Yeah, you do.
I love getting the variety of shapes, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you just want that consistency.
Yeah, so a really great deal for you. Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands on these ones whilst you can. A really great selection of deals there for you. Okay, me and the wonderful Alison Terry will be back really soon. Alison, thank you so much for working with those kids and just showing us some great ways to work with them. It makes it seem really doable, and I greatly appreciate that. After the break, we have got for you rarely seens, including things like bare copper jump rings under £3. See you in a bit.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
I started making jewellery about 4 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to go to a class with her, and I love arts and crafts, so I thought, great, that would be lovely. Went along and we did lots of the basic jewellery, such as learning just to attach a clasp. We did a stretchy bracelet, a Byzantine chainmail bracelet, beady beads, all those sort of things. I found out about Jewellery Maker at the classes that I went to. The lady there was very good. She gave us a lot of her suppliers that she used, and she also mentioned Jewellery Maker. So I started watching that and got hooked. And just every day it's on in my home. If I'm doing anything at all, it's always on in the background. I love the Jewellery Maker channel because it's a one-stop shop. You can get virtually anything you need from there. It's good quality products. I think the most important thing would be to say, don't be put off by Carol singing. Just turn the sound down slightly.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Hello everybody, welcome all to Jewellery Maker. My name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky. What a brilliant break we've had. We've just been chatting about Eurovision. I've been eating a sandwich. It's been absolutely wonderful. I hope you have had a fantastic first hour with us. Honestly, I'm just over the moon with Alison Tarry's pieces. I mean, they are genuinely sensational, and she's just made it such an accessible medium to work with. The prices didn't, you know, hinder that at all, but your pieces were just phenomenal. I mean, lovely them. And I can't wait for you to see the second kit. I really can't. Right here, right now though, we are diving straight into a star buy, which will start off our rarely seen section. This is something you need to be very quick off the mark with, because these are not just any old jump rings, they're bare copper jump rings. These are beautiful, aren't they? Bare copper open jump rings I've got here for you, ladies and gentlemen. These are going to be extremely popular. Let me talk to you really quickly about what these are. These are your 3mm jump rings we have here, which means, yes, you can use them in the likes of your chainmail pieces, for example, as attachments. You can link these so that you're almost getting a chain-like look. You can use these with the looks of, for example, your rosary links, if you really did want to. This is bare copper, which essentially means you get the opportunity to get pure, real deal copper, as it were. You've got 3 grams worth of this here. I love bare copper. When I work with copper coloured wire, I already loved it. There's a nice warmth to it, and I do like the appeal of it. It's quite unusual, but bare copper gives me something different. It gives me aging. It gives me more capability to get an exact look that I want. I don't have to just be happy with how these looks. I can change them, I can colour them, I can texture them, I can age them. There's so much I can do with these, and these are absolutely flying out the door. Remind me of my quantity on these, please. Lovely. We started off with 200 of these. It's not enough. I'm going to ask you, Alison Tarry, what you love about bare copper jump rings like these, please.
Oh, because you can tailor it. Each piece becomes an individual, and they are, I mean, those are so beautiful, the smaller jump rings. I've seen people do absolutely amazing micro chainmail, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stunning.
Yeah.
But even if you just wanted to use them, you know, when you thread on some gemstones and you're using them to just as separators, absolutely perfect. They'll give you that texture, they'll give you that feel, and if you patina them, you can totally change the look and feel of your piece.
Yeah, definitely.
I would patina them before I use them.
Yeah.
Not while they're on a piece, because
Yeah.
not all gemstones can cope with going in the patina, but they give you such an amazing effect.
Yeah.
They're stunning, and to chainmail, oh, they're gorgeous.
They're stunning for
Yeah.
chainmail, aren't they? I quite like the idea with these. If I got myself a couple of parts, just putting them on an elastic.
Oh, they're fab like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you tightly pack them. Absolutely
Yeah, loads
fab
and
like
loads and
that.
loads on there. A bit like that well-known brand
Yes,
based in the, what's it called? The capital. Based in, I was like, it's a city, no, the capital of England.
Yeah.
That well-known brand. That's essentially what they've got, isn't it?
Oh no, if you did that with them, really crammed them on and then patinaed it and then polished it, then you'd get a mixture of the bright and the colour, and that would look incredible.
That would look incredible.
Amazing.
Now, these are seldom seen, it is safe to say, so if you want to get your hands on them, you've got to be very quick. You ready for this price? You're not? What? £1.95, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not what you said.
I said under £3. I did not lie. I just didn't say that it was quite a lot lower than £3.
Oh my goodness. I'd be buying 10, you know, never mind 2s.
Do you know what? So would I.
I'd just be going out and going, thanks very much.
Yep, and do you know what? Loads of you are. We have not limited your orders on this. Half of my stock has gone. I know I started off with 200, but half my stock has gone. These haven't actually been seen by themselves before, can I also state? You've always had to buy a kit and have these and added extra. This is not the type of kind of launch price, essentially, offer that we should be doing, but we are doing it for you today. This is not the type of price you would normally expect. That is absolutely phenomenal. You're getting 100 pieces of these, 100 of them.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
It is.
Imagine just these in between your challenge strand that I've got coming up for you in a bit. Challenge strand,
Stunning.
imagine just one in between each of these pearls.
Just lifts it. Again, you're back to the framing thing, aren't you? Absolutely makes a difference. Ooh.
I'm wondering, I know it's really out there, but I quite like something about that. These are coming up for you in the 4 o'clock hour. Very special treat for these. I know this again is odd. I'm so excited to say this. Tibetan turquoise.
Ooh! Oh my gosh, perfect.
What about genuine, real deal Tibetan turquoise coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen? Not a huge amount of time to wait on that. I'm over the moon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, less than 50 available now. So they're going to be gone extremely soon. There are so many of you with it in your baskets. I am going to move on from this now because there's so many of you on the phone. I'm just going to say to you, this hour is all about things like that. It's all about things like that you don't see that often, that maybe you really, really need or really, really want. And a lot of it, well, it all is at really great prices. Wow. Some of them are at ridiculous prices like that we've just seen. So this is our seldom seen, rarely seen section. So do treat yourself to it whilst you can. I've got low stock opportunity on my next one, but you're going to absolutely love and adore them. I've got things like glue coming up in this section. It's not just about gemstones. It's stuff like glue as well, which we hardly ever see anymore. So loads coming up for you. This one is going to sell out in moments because, ladies and gentlemen, can I just show you this Alton Are
they
genuine?
Oh my!
Fresh water, perfect rounds. Perfect rounds. Do you know what? I'm not going to hang around with you on this one. I'm really not. I'm going to give you the info really quickly and I'm going to get your price in because this is ridiculous. These are luxury sized. They're the perfect round shape. Don't forget for me, when we're talking about rounds, we're talking about shape. You're talking about something which is very, very, very high priced generally. The shape of these ones is the kind of high value shape that you're looking at. These are absolutely sensational, genuine, real deal round pearls that we've got here. Your price point today, you're not going to believe it. I said you're not going to believe it, and I meant it with that. This is going to make you feel a little bit queasy, because it did me. Should be £40, should be £40, wait for it. £34.95 at £40, that's phenomenal, isn't it?
A nought on the end.
Yeah, easily, any day of the week.
They're rounds.
I know, low stock opportunity, 9 of these left. And look, they're not just rounds, look at the quality of them. They're not really pitted or anything. That has got to be one of the best qualities we've ever had here at Jewellery Maker, and at £40, I was just blown away. Over allocated now, sorry about that. Don't worry, loads more deals coming up. Phenomenal. If you want more pearls, I've got a really beautiful strand of pearls that actually go really nice with these juxtaposition. Nice they're coming up and they're going to be a challenge strand really soon. About 20 minutes to wait on those ones. Well done, everyone. Moving on for you. Tibetan turquoise coming up soon as well. Rarely seen means things that you don't often get to see in certain guises. I'm bringing you wire. You get to see quite a lot of wire in things like kits, but not by themselves, and I'm bringing it to you right now in one of the most popular colours. This is your silver wire in the 1 mil, ladies and gentlemen. 10 metres worth on this gorgeous amount here. We hardly ever get to see this by itself. We always see it in kits, so you have to buy loads of it, and maybe you don't want the other gauges that we have, because sometimes you'll use up other gauges really quickly, and sometimes you won't maybe want to buy the gauges you don't use that often. I know that the likes like here, maybe for some you don't use that maybe much 0.6, for example. You don't maybe want to have to buy a whole kit and caboodle where you get 20 metres worth of 0.6 just because you want the 1 mil that you use for your structure, that you use for your kind of bigger, bolder looks, that you use maybe for the likes of your bangles. You know, you perhaps don't want to buy all the 0.6 that you personally might not use that often. So with this, we're giving you the opportunity to buy this by itself. I'm going to ask you, Alison Tarry, as you are a wire work wizard, what you love about 1 mil wire, please.
1 mil. When I started, I could only afford 2 lots of wire, and I had 1 mil and 0.4. I absolutely adore it. And I made 1 mil do everything I needed. I really did. Yeah. I now use all sorts of ranges of wire because I don't have to limit myself. But I love 1 mil gives you the structure. You can make 3D sculptures with it. You can make talks with it that aren't going to pull out of shape. You can make a simple bangle. You know, I do my squiggly rings and squiggly wrist things, bangles. You can do those with it, and it's squiggly things.
I know what you mean.
Have a look through some of my last shows. You'll see ones that go up. Now, and I've done one that comes right up to the wrist, squeals that come, and people have said, oh, they're not practical, they'll be rubbish in 10 minutes. I wear them. I don't wear them for everyday work. No. But you can. It's strong enough. It'll hold its shape. I've worn them many a time for an evening out. Yeah. And yes, you take care when you're putting your coat on and off. Of course. But after that, they come up your hand, and the 1 mil is perfect for doing it. Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
And of course, if you do want the extra strength, it's not like a 0.4 or 0.25 where you can't hammer it. You can. You can hammer it.
You can twist it. You can. Oh, I have done 6 lengths. Yeah. Twisted gives you a really, really nice cable tour.
Love that idea.
Absolutely stunning. You know, you can plait with it. Looks incredible. Yeah. It's really, really good. It's good for framing round things. Some of the other wires we've got, the patterned wires, the diamond cut wires. You put that round the outside again to frame the feature. Yeah. And it's fantastic for doing that as well. But my 1 mil is my.
It's a go-to for you, isn't it?
It's a must-have.
And it really is in one of the most popular colours that we do as well. Your price point today for it by itself, £4.95. I mean, really, you don't have to buy a whole kit that then tops up to £20. And yeah, we do discounts on that, and that's great. If you just want your 1 mil, you've absolutely got it here. And we do say 100 metre spools, but obviously it's more of a cost out in one go. But also, you might not use that much of your 1 mil. And I would say if you are starting out, maybe starting out in little bits like this is a great way. Now, I've just picked up the hub, and if you are new to us, you get a free starter DVD and a free little booklet when you join us. But also, every sort of few orders and every couple of months you get the JM Hub. Now this is a little book that fills you in on loads of bits and bobs that we're up to, and I just wanted to show this piece of your bridal inspiration. And you can see here how you've used the popcorn chain, and there's a sturdy wire going around it, which might well be your 1 mil on here. But you can see it's not just for your structural things, it's actually for kind of binding in instances, you know, holding big chunky looks together. So it really is a very, very workable thing. This is your JM Spring Hub. If you haven't got your hands on it, you can see it's on the front for you there as well. So that will come with your order if you haven't got it yet. If you haven't made an order yet, then you'll be getting that. Last chance on that wire, ladies and gentlemen. Good work to every single one of you. £4.95. Okay, more in the seldom seen selection, and this is going to be a quick one because it's not a mammoth quantity on it. This is a really unusual gemstone that actually we've been seeing more and more of, which I'm chuffed as peas about because I love opal and I really like this colour and it's bang on trend at the moment. But this is seldom seen because of the shape. We haven't seen this gemstone in this shape many times at all. In fact, it's only been on twice. Hardly seen then. This is your shaded pink opal in these beautiful plain squares. Now, these ones have got a lovely movement to them, a great texture to them. I was around at my mum and dad's house in gorgeous Spain last week, and they're doing up a new house, and they've asked me for kind of what theme I'd like, and I've gone for a British seaside theme, and that's all about kind of pastel, gentle colours. I'm thinking of doing it a bit kind of bunting, and when I think of seaside and things like that, I think of hues like this, and that makes me think beachwear. It makes me think of those gentle colours that you just pop on, you just throw on in the morning. They're not over the top, they're not too much in your face, and therefore you can wear these, for my view anyway, from breakfast all the way through to tea time. It's a real every single kind of part of the day look and shape that you're getting with these, because they've got that beautiful movability. Don't forget, you don't just have to use them as they are kind of next to each other like this. You can use them as the fascia, as the actual face. And if I just hold them like that, you'll be able to see. You could use these like this shape, almost, you could just glue them onto something if you wanted to get a sort of, what's it called? Mosaic, that's the word. Thank you, producer Toby. Yeah, mosaic look. You can absolutely get that kind of look and appeal with these. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, already plenty of these going. Really lovely opalescence in the centre of these as well. Nice warm colour. Your price point today for 100 carats, £14.95. Look at the amount you're getting for that. It's a lengthy strand. And don't forget, these aren't drilled through the fattest point. They're drilled through the smallest point of the beautiful opal. And that means that you've got loads and loads and loads and loads on here. I mean, you know, I don't dare count, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is just that section there. That little section here, that's 10. So that's going to go, for the amount you've got, it's going to go on and on and on. £14.95, okay, last chance opportunity on those ones. Nice work to all of you. I'm bringing to you now earrings. And I love these earrings. These have not been seen in a while, and they've only actually ever been seen once before. And these are just beautiful. Do you love Tahitian pearls? These aren't Tahitian pearls, but they've definitely got the look of it. Let me just show you, hang on, what we've got here. Sterling silver stud with your pearls. Now, I'm not going to tilt this too much because it's not glued into place. I have got glue coming up for you in moments in the seldom seen section. This is a beautiful earring here. Now, if I just take that off, you'll be able to see this is the stud section you get. So you've got the backing with a little bit of extra support there, and then you've got the little section that you would apply your glue to. These are half drill pearls, which means you've got a drill hole at one section, but it's not shown at all on the front. And that's where you would essentially pop your little bit of glue on there, leave it overnight, or as the instructions on your glue says, and then you've got these stunning stud earrings with genuine real deal pearls in sterling silver. Your price point today for your deep blue, £19.95 for you. That is phenomenal, I think, for a pair of stud earrings. And a lot of you will know producer Helena. Well, she used to be a producer. She's moved in to change jobs now. But when she wore a set of shell pearl, very similar to these, every single day she wears them, and they were £13 for shell for a pair. You haven't just got a pair here. You've got 5 pairs, ladies and gentlemen. 5 pairs. 5 pairs. They're sterling silver with butterfly backs. Look at the amount you're getting. That's working out £3.99 per pair for genuine freshwater pearls. I feel like we haven't seen these in ages.
No.
And I think one of my friends is getting married in April, and I'm actually getting her, my gift to her, well, one of my gifts to her is getting her bridal party jewellery. I'm going to do her bridal party jewellery for her.
Oh, what a lovely gift.
And she's doing like a sea, sort of under the sea theme, so I'm going for pearls.
Perfect.
This is such a low-cost way of doing that. Such a low-cost way. She's got 7 bridesmaids, maid of honour, and then there's herself. So it's a big bridal party. Yeah. Even if I was spending, you know, what, £10 per person, you're really mounting up there. You know, that's £100 worth. But with these at £3.95, it's an absolute no-brainer to me. Absolute no-brainer to me at all. At £3.99, sorry, per pair. Sterling silver as well, so I don't have to worry about anyone's ears being super sensitive or anything like that. Just a great gift. Well done, everyone. This, for me, is, if I whip these up, this is the type of thing, get myself a nice box that I can have in my gift drawer. Actually, the gift drawer has gotten so large at the moment, it's under bed area, to be honest. But yeah, Yeah, that little gift where someone pops over, maybe you haven't seen in a while, even, you know, birthday gifts last minute. Even if it's just last minute, someone brings a nice bottle of wine over for you and you just have a little catch up, a little gift.
Yeah.
It's done, it's dusted, and it's $3.99 approximately each pair. Well done, everyone. Great deal for you on that. You've got these, now you need the glue. I've got 2 different types of glue here for you, and I've got to say, we don't get to see glue that often at all, which is a real shame. I've got your E6000, and I've also got your Hypo Cement. Tell us what you like about these 2 types of glue, please, Alison.
Well, the Hypo Cement, let's go with that one first.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it is such a directed glue. You've got such a fine nozzle that you can apply it doing your micro macrame, doing anything like that. You can get into the nooks and crannies and you can place it and know you're completely safe. It's never going to be seen, but it's needed. So you can really use it for that, and I love that for it. The E6000 is such a good glue. So for the last kit, the quilling part,
yes,
I used glue on the silver to hold it, because you have to hold the quill bits together.
Yeah.
And then I glued the half round around the rhodium black. And I still can't get over that the half round's white rhodium black.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So and I can do it in the safety of knowing that A, it'll stick it together, metal to metal, and B, that you won't see it.
Got you.
So, and it's beautiful. It's lovely,
perfect, isn't it? Really great to be able to use, and this is
Good
the one
quality.
that we used with this. And then about the E6000, please.
Well, that's sorry. So
yeah.
The E6000 is what I
ones.
used for using with the rhodium plated.
The rhodium. So it gives a really beautiful. They're different horses for courses, really, aren't they? Totally.
Yeah.
What you've got here is you've got one with a real precision tip in the cement, and it kind of does what it says on the tin. It's sturdy. Once it's dried, it's sturdy, super sturdy. You can see, you know, really great for use with the likes of your jewellery making. And then you've got your E6000. Now I have to say, in a well-known crafting store, I saw this one alone, the Hypo Cement alone, for almost double the price you're about to see for both. For this one alone, your price point today, ladies and gentlemen. £5.50. We've taken off every single penny that we can. Every single penny. It's £5.50 for you today. That is a sensational deal. Go on, Alison.
The Hypo Cement, of course, would be perfect with the half drilled pearls.
The pearls. Yeah.
And especially because your nozzle will get into that half drill and you'll get a dot right down to the end.
Real precision. Really precision. It's so important to have lots and lots of different types of glue. It truly is. Honestly, I'm slightly obsessed, I'll be honest. But it is so important. You do have to have different pieces for different jobs. And I think, I don't know if this is just me, and I'll be honest, it could well be, but I am one of those people that might use the glue time and time again, and then I'll accidentally leave the cap not screwed properly, or I'll put it under something and it'll pop in like the middle of it, and it's the sort of thing that when you need it at that time. So it's a great one to be using, and like I say, perfect for all of your jewellery making needs, really. Loads of you with this, loads of you checked out, 15 people with it in their baskets. It really is a great selection of mediums to work with, and you can use this with so many mediums.
Oh gosh, absolutely, they're great. They're great with your leather, they're great with your metal, your embossing, they're great with your card crafting.
Yeah, perfect.
You know, once you start going on to other genres, they work so well.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fantastic glues.
They really are fantastic.
I have some in my bigger toolkit.
Yeah.
I don't carry it very far because it's so heavy toolkit.
Yeah.
And I have the glues in there, and I have both of those in there.
So they're constantly a go-to one.
Hand.
Using them on the likes of leather as well is absolutely perfect. It really is. Get your hands on these ones whilst you can. It's just £5.50, a great deal. I've just gone onto that well-known crafting store, and the price points for this one alone, more than for both of these today. So why not? It's like you're saving money on the Hypo Cement, and you're getting the E6000 for free. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the rarely seen section continues. These, I have a feeling, are going to really inspire a lot of you at home, because they're so unique, they're so individual, and the price is going to be crazy.
Oh, wow.
Lace agates. What do you think of these ones?
Oh, I love the shapes of those.
And I've just noticed, because I'm such a thrifty person, look at the spaces in between.
Oh yeah, because the spaces are gemstones as well.
Yeah, they are.
Look at the patterns on them though. They are all so individual. You can make a statement piece with them. You could use, I mean, I still wouldn't use all of them in a statement piece. I'd use, you know, you could use several of them in one piece. But each one is so individual and so striking that I would separate them out.
Yeah.
And I would use each one as an individual. I'd treat it the same as I would a cabochon. I mean, if there are any smaller ones, I might make a ring with one. They make such fantastic pendants, but they're still small enough to be earrings.
Yeah, they are.
And for someone who's symmetrical, I could even cope with having different shapes in my ears, just about.
Just about. You could just about cope.
But there's a lot of people who do.
Every single one of these tells a different story.
Yeah.
And do you think that's nice when you're making gifts for people, that everyone's different?
Yeah, because you could use that strand and make several gifts for people, but know that they're not going to look the same.
No.
They won't even look like they've come from the same strand, because each one is so individual. You know, and you might make a brooch out of one and a necklace out of another.
Yeah.
And they're not going to know.
No.
And it doesn't matter even if they do know, because they won't look the same. You can make two pendants and they just won't look the same.
Yeah.
They're stunning.
They are stunning, aren't they? I just love them, I really do. Right, ladies and gentlemen, crazy lace agate, we hardly ever see it. Your price point today is crazy. I'm just going to count these up for you, hang on. And do you know what? I'm not even going to count up the little spaces in between, which are genuine gemstones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 of these we've got less than £1 per one. You wouldn't expect to see that on a cabochon that was actually probably even a rough. And these have got a drill hole, which makes them really workable. Yeah. And if I show you as well, it's not a tiny, tiny, tiny drill hole. It's mammoth. Look at the drill hole size on that. I mean, that makes it super workable, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, because you could actually even just put it on a cord.
Yes.
With an I would actually, you know, almost have it like a lariat
I
style necklace.
like that idea.
And then have it knotted underneath with the tassel, with maybe one of the little spacer beads at the end of the tassel, because they go with it. Absolutely stunning strand. I love crazy lace agate. We don't see enough of it.
We really don't, which is why we wanted to put it in this section, because we hardly ever get to see it. But this gives you the crazy laces. It does what it says on the tin. It gives you this gentle, delicate matrix internally. It gives you this beautiful kind of flow and story tale. It's not just one big impact. It's not a band that goes around it that's very equal and even. It tells a tale. It's delicate. It's unique. It's individual. Oh, honestly, well done to everyone who's got this. Lots of multi-buyers on it, and you won't be alone in that. £9.95 for you today, ladies and gentlemen. And I mentioned matrix with this. Don't forget. Turquoise coming up for you soon. Not long to wait on that one at all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to squeeze in another quick one just before the star buy, and this is a very rarely seen gemstone. When I say to you kunzite,
right,
what springs to mind, please?
Exclusive.
Yes,
Pink.
agree. Yeah,
Lovely. Ooh, lovely.
really lovely.
Really
isn't it?
lovely. Yeah.
You said pink, and these have to be one of the pinkest I've seen for quite some time.
Very, very fashionable colour now, isn't it? Because it's spot on with the, I have to think, because I always say panettone, the Pantone.
Yeah.
So I remember it now.
Not the delicious
Not
bread.
the delicious bread, no. But that's such a beautiful colour. It's pink without being in your face pink.
Yeah, it really is.
Beautiful.
A lot of the times I think when you see kunzite in nuggets like this, they can be really greeny looking, which is okay, it's nice. But this is true kunzite colour. It's got that pinkness, it's got that look. I have just been told that we've dropped the price on this, which is astonishing, because this of course is well known to be a gemstone that is often referred to as gemstone of love, isn't it? Often. Because there's many different reasons for that, but one reason is it was the last gift that JFK bought for his wife before he died.
Oh,
and well, the thing is, he bought it for her for a Christmas gift or anniversary gift, and he never got to give it to her, and he just found it. She found it, sorry, after he'd passed on, and she just wore it constantly, which is one of the reasons it's kind of known as a gemstone of love and continual passion. If you love kunzite because you love unusual gemstones, then you've got it. 17 left. I started off with way more than that. Probably because you saw the arrows, and so did I. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Go, Toby. That price is not what you would expect for a kunzite at all. I've brought you £80 kunzites, I've brought you £70 kunzites, but not £6.95 with this quality, because this is quality. It's not murky, it's not dirty, it's not browning, it's bright, beautiful, bold pink. Well done, all of you. You lucky, lucky, lucky lot. Speaking of you lucky lot, how do you feel about getting your hands on something very special? It's something we see often, but it's still rarely seen for one reason. You'll find out more. It's our star buy. Really beautiful to see pearls, isn't it? Pearls have been around for so many years and have been loved throughout history. Pearls themselves are something that have always had a status and have always had a strength to them, in the sense of how much they're adored, how many tales about them, how much people adore them. And it is an adoration thing, I think, with pearls. It is something that, for a lot of us, it will remind us of someone in our family. It might even remind you of a film. It might even remind you of someone that you've never actually met, but you kind of connect it with them, the likes of, you know, Chanel, etc. For me, pearls are something which we get to see here at Jewellery Maker more now than possibly ever, which I love, because it means we get variety, it means we get diversity, but it also means that we get the opportunity to own variation and something that is so still profound, that is so still cherished, very much out there on the market, but we get to own it as if it were just an everyday occurrence. When you place this around your neckline, you become very aware that you're wearing something truly special. Because of the shape of these, you can feel them on the skin more than you maybe would with the likes of a round, which I know feels kind of, well, sounds kind of strange, but absolutely and completely true. I can feel areas where this is kind of just brushing against the collarbone, just gently. And I can feel areas where there is a beautiful kind of weight to these. I can feel these on my skin and they feel like something precious. They feel like something special. And they feel like something that actually I would be very lucky to obtain. And they feel that way because they are. But this is a rarely seen section. This is a section that is all about things we don't get the opportunity to get often, such as the pink opal, such as the bare copper jump rings. And I've just said we see pearls quite often. So why on earth are these in the section? Is it because they're white and maybe that's not one of the colours we get to see that often? We see lots more of the very, very bright coloured ones. Well, no, it's not because of that, because we still do give you a good range of white. Is it because maybe these have got that gorgeous Baroque shape? And I'll be honest with you, I feel like about a year ago, we saw loads and loads and loads of Baroques. I feel now like we're seeing less. We're seeing more kind of buttons, more of the potato shapes, less of the Baroques. If you're not sure exactly what a Baroque is something which has been essentially crafted and carved to replicate the actual growth, the actual beds that these were born on, in a sense, the mollusk that you have, that these are created with. And what you see often is the kind of flattened base of these with kind of the texture on the top of them. So you actually see how these were born, in a sense, in that mollusk. So you get that flattened surface. It means that if you do want to use these in weaves, in wire work, and you don't want them to rotate, these are a great one to go for. So is it because of that? Is it because they're a Baroque and we don't get to see them often? Well, we still get to see them now and again, but not it wouldn't really be worthy enough of the amount little we see them to be in this section. So what can it be? We see fresh water, check. We see the white variety now and again, check. We see Baroque now and again, check. Surely it can't be the price, can it? Or can it? $6.95 is not your price point. These are brand new. We've not seen these before. We are going to give you such a deal on these. $6.95 for genuine pearls. You having a giraffe? £4.95 for you today on these ones. These are genuine, real deal pearls. They do feel beautiful. They do look beautiful. You can tell they're real. You can tell they're natural. The pearlescence on these is phenomenal. It really is. It's harder to see in these lights, but trust me on this. Get these homes. You're going to see so many pinks. You're going to see so many teals. You're going to see so many of those beautiful purples, purpley kind of pinky tones. And the reason you're going to see that is because these are genuine, real deal freshwater pearls. They're not a pearl that has been made in a factory or has been made out of glass or plastic or anything else like that. They are the real deal, and that means that they disperse the light. You get all of these beautiful elements of these of the kind of surface, and you get that diffraction. You get that rainbow-like colour on these because they're the real deal. These are created. You can actually see with the shape of these that we don't get in a Baroque often. You can actually see how these were created in the mollusc. Genuine, real deal Baroque pearls for $4.95. Please, Alison Tarry, I do need to be really, very, very honest with you about this as well. We've only been allowed to do this today because it's a launch price offer. We won't be showing you a price point like that on pearls of this size, of this quality, of this beautiful Baroque shape like that again before. Honestly, I need to be really, I don't want you to go, oh, Jewellery Maker have dropped their prices of pearls, because we haven't. We're doing this today because I've got really good quantity, because it's a weekend, and because we got managerial approval. So that's the only reason. Please do not expect that price point. Please don't, because it's not an everyday occurrence. Please tell me what you think about these at that quality and at that price.
I think the price is ridiculous. I think the quality is amazing. Baroque shaped pearls are one of my favourite pearls. I absolutely adore the Baroque pearls, and I think having that flat bottom to a lot of them, it lends itself to so many different uses of pearls as well, because they go beautiful with soutache, because you can put them on a backing.
Love that.
They go beautiful when you're wire working, so it'll lay flat against your wires if you want to use it above it. It just goes amazingly. Could you imagine putting it on some silver, on some of the sheet? It will sit beautifully on it.
Yeah.
They make fab rings because the flat bit sits on your finger.
Perfect.
Absolutely beautifully.
Perfect.
They are absolutely stunning, and I think that price is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? I've just typed in white Baroque pearls, and I've put it into an engine where you can look at lots of different opportunities to buy things like that. There are pieces in here, I'm talking same size, £499, £235, £325. These ones are slightly larger, they're up to a 10mm, but they're £815. £45, £48.85. I'm carrying on going. One of them, it is on gold, £67.95, but that's just our drop, it's not a necklace or anything. £95, £85, £395, and that is the same size and length as the one I've got for you here. £250, another £250, £220. These are something special. In fact, I haven't found any under £40, have I? £90. This is seriously special, ladies and gentlemen, and boy, do you lot know it. You're going absolutely loop-de-loo wild for this.
Surprised.
And I have to say, not only are you getting this amazing pearl in beautiful white colour with that stunning Baroque shape, which really does help with pearlescence, but you're getting something free. Inspiration from the wonderful Alison Tarry. You're going to work with these, aren't you, Alison Tarry? Are you running over? Come on over.
I am.
Get your lovely hands all over them and see what you like about them. I want to be nosy.
They're beautiful.
And see what you're going to do with them, please.
Oh, well, I'm going to have a play with them because these go beautifully with the second kit, and I'm going to have a play with that colour wire with these pearls.
So you're going to play with the wire with them. Any ideas in mind at this point?
I've got an idea of what I want to make.
Yeah.
And Well, I fancy doing either a pendant or a brooch, and I'll see which it turns out as.
Oh, I like that. You're going to let them speak to you.
I am.
Fantastic. Now, if you're not entirely sure what I'm talking about with the challenge, it means I've given Alison Tarry that lovely strand. She's going to work with it over the next sort of hour or so, and then we're going to go back to her at the end of the show, and we're going to see what she's managed to create with these. And we might carry on. I love that live action shot of Alison Tarry snipping that there. Nice work, director Ben. We might have a little bit of a nosy when she's crafting what she's starting off with. So you will get free inspiration later on, so do make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. I've got another special strand coming up for you in a bit, which should go great with pearls, because obviously in the first kit we had these two together, but these ones very different from that original strand, because these are your drops. If you did get that strand from the kit, this would be a really nice way to add direction to those pieces. They're coming up for you really soon.
Wow, they're good holes in these, aren't they?
Ever.
Sorry.
Prize. What did you say, Alison?
I said, wow, there's good holes in these.
Oh, not something you hear every day, Alison. Not something you hear every day, but yeah, that is good. So they're coming up for you in a little bit, so do stay tuned for those. Seldom Seen is going fantastically, isn't it? If you're loving this kind of little theme, this little section, we have got a couple more things in Seldom Seen coming, have we? Couple more things, but don't forget, I've also got coming up for you in a little bit the last chance low opportunity for you, so do make sure you're staying tuned for that. Quick couple more of the Seldom Seen, and this one is something which has not been seen really before. I'm just going to give it a little polish. Did you get the sterling silver square, the sterling silver sheet second kit that sold out earlier on? If you did, how gorgeous would this be to go with it, because it's sterling silver?
Oh, fab, yeah.
Be
Absolutely.
perfect, wouldn't it? Let me show you
That's
this.
very sweet.
Now, I'm so sorry. Tell me what gemstone's meant to be in this. Amethyst it is, all right, sorry, I don't know, where have I made up peridot from? Okay, you've got amethyst in this beautiful heart in sterling silver. Isn't that absolutely daintification in the sense of the gorgeous gemstone within there, and in the essence of its kind of a cutesy, delicate look from the side? But wow, what an impact to sterling silver you've got there. I can see those arrows, that means we're dropping the price. You have got grams worth, 4.6 grams worth in this, and I'm going to head over to you, Alison Tarry, since you've been working with your sheet today. What would you be doing with this, because it's so sizable?
It is, it's beautiful. I don't know that I'd want to do tons to it. You could really go to town and put a pattern on it if you wanted, put some texture on it, and then get your patina on it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I really like it. I'd want to use it for stamping.
That's exactly what it brings to my mind.
Have a special, you know, that could. Oh no! I want to do cut it down the middle, so that you've got, you know, two. So you've got two pendants, and have a his and hers pendant, sort of wedding pendants and things like that.
You are adorable. That is a wonderful idea.
I want to cut the heart in two, but
no,
I want to
that's
use them
lovely.
so
Like kind of best friend things.
Yeah, or a couple thing. You know, where his and her, they both have half of it.
I love that idea.
And
I think that's
especially
gorgeous.
if you had the amethyst would match the wedding date, or even the birth date of one, or it's just their favourite stone, it doesn't really matter.
I love that idea.
That is really, really, it's nice. But I would stamp on it, probably. I don't mean with my foot.
I really like that idea a lot. Stamping on it is perfect. I'm just having a little look here. Because it's so sizable, you know, normally when we talk about kind of stamping, you only have a really small area, but on this it's absolutely mammoth. I'm just looking, imagine, you could get quite large quotes on this actually, couldn't you?
Yeah. Or you could get, you know, him and her names and the date.
Yeah,
or you
really
could get,
good.
you know, for a new baby born in, when's amethyst?
February.
So a February baby, and have, you know, born, date, weight.
I love that idea.
That'd be so sweet.
I've just thought as well, because I'm looking at some quotes and there's some really lovely little short ones, like I'm much more me when I'm with you would be nice on this. I like that one. Distance isn't an issue because in the end I have you is lush. I love little things like that. But even with the longer quotes, you could do some on the front and then maybe a little hidden kind of almost the punchline to it on the back or something like that, couldn't you? Because again, loads of space on the back. Loads of space.
But you could engrave it. If you didn't want to stamp it, you could engrave it, because didn't Laura have a new engraving tool out? The new Dremel, I think.
Yes, possible.
If I saw. I didn't see the whole show, but I think she's been doing a bit of engraving with it.
I've just heard a gorgeous quote and I really like this. I'm just thinking of 2 hearts, okay? On the front, I want to be your favourite hello, and on the back, and your hardest goodbye. Oh my gosh! I know, it's emotional, isn't it? But how gorgeous is that as a gift?
Absolutely beautiful.
I love that. That is adorable. I love that. Lots of you treating yourself to these. Come on and get them whilst you can. Your price point today. No, that's wrong. That is wrong.
Wow, that's a lot of silver for that.
Wait. We did one the other day and I thought it was £14-ish. That's obviously just me going loopy, but wow, that is phenomenal. It's Zambian amethyst, can I add? Faceted. It's not a nugget that we've left in there. It's faceted Zambian amethyst we've got in here. It's absolutely stunning. And obviously I'm not allowed to mention names, but this is the same shape as that well-known brand that has on things like their bracelets and necklaces, the heart that says, if found, please return to
Oh, now if you're really, really going for it and you're really posh, what a fab dog tag.
Do you know what? I love that idea. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. How gorgeous is that? And I can't remember. Have you got a new dog tag for your new little one? Can you? How much was it?
More than that.
Yeah, but I was talking about this yesterday, and I just got a brass one. It's just in a bone shape, and I'm sure it was more than that, but I couldn't remember because she's a few years old now. But this is sterling silver with a gemstone in it, and it's less.
Oh, trying to think which of my dogs was born in February. I could get them one.
Yeah. Well, also don't forget. Amethyst, gemstone of love, because it's St. Valentine's gemstone. So all of your dogs, if you love them, which I know you do.
Sterling silver dog tag.
Oh my gosh, we've got a business idea here, Alison.
Oh yeah.
$6.95, great deal. Well done, everyone. Seldom seen for you today. A very, 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 very quick one I've got for you now, because can I just say that the price on this is, well, kind of wrong, as in me and Alison Tarry would have to pay more for this next one if we wanted to purchase it. This is one of the most unique and individual one locational gemstones in the world. This is your Boulder Opal, ladies and gentlemen. We have not seen Boulder Opal in quite some time because the market on this is very difficult at the moment. It's very tricky to get a lot of this out there at the moment. It is from Australia. Your Boulder Opal is a really unique and individual opal. You can see you get all these elements that really tell the tale of how the in these kind of cavernous regions, in these nooks and crannies and crevices, you get that different elements implemented within many different layers over hundreds of years, and that's what you can see here. And actually what you can see here as well is the elements whereby the percentage of kind of the liquid and the, let's say, dilution of the actual silicon-based substance is layered up in here. So that's why you get some bits that are more kind of transparent than others are, translucent, should I say, than others are, some areas that look completely opaque. But that's what you get with these striations. It's essentially where the water table's raised, and when you've got maybe more of the diluted version in there, and then it's dropped, and next time around, you know, 2-3 years later maybe, it's raised again, and the dilution has been lesser or more. So you get a different look and a different hue with these ones. This is a very, very silly price. It's a very unique mining process. Your price point today is not. We are going to drop the price of this. What one locational gemstones do you get at £25?
Not many.
Not for this carat weight, you don't.
No.
£14.95
Wow.
for you today. These are sturdy, these are strong, these are beautiful, and at £14.95 it's an absolute deal and a half, it truly is. With this one kind of locational area that you get for this boulder opal, it's really unique mining. A lot of mining in Australia will be kind of abseiling, you'll kind of abseil down into a crevice. With this it's actually open pit mining, and that means what they do is they essentially sift the ground, let's say. They get rid of a small area, so they kind of sift the ground and pick out the opals, and then they cover it back over, and then they'll sift a bit lower and they'll cover it back over, and they'll sift a bit lower, and then once they've done that for far enough, they'll then essentially kind of resurface that land so it's back as it should be, and then they'll move on a little bit. But it's a really unique and individual way of getting it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, low stock opportunity now on this. I've got 30-ish left. 30-ish left of these, that's it. So not a mammoth amount left at all. I think they're just absolutely stunning. They really are, aren't they?
They're beautiful, and I'm looking at the coral to go with it as spacers.
Oh,
Isn't that just summery?
It's gorgeous. That's coming up for you in the last hour, because that's very, very, very special indeed. Right here, right now, how about we pop something else with it? This is coming up as a very special star. Bye. Droplets of your aquamarine. It'll go great with the aquamarine we had in the kits earlier. If you've not met me before, I love crafting, I love creating. I've always been a really, really, really creative person. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of those jack of all trades, master of none. But I do love kind of getting involved with loads and loads and loads of different types of mediums. I really, really do. And the fact of the matter is that when I'm looking at certain pieces and strands like this, I know exactly how I would be using them.
That's stunning.
They are stunning, aren't they? And they're really versatile for us creatives, I think. Do you think so?
Yeah, I love drops. I've got so many drops. Because you can twist them up and make them go where you want, with tiara twists. You can use them as accents. You can use them almost as a fringe at the bottom. They're beautiful.
They really are, aren't they?
Those.
And they go great with that first kit, because for me, I'm thinking of that first kit with the rondelles, and I'm thinking that almost gives you the movement, because you've got the graduation, and for me, when I'm looking at a strand like that, I see movement. I see movement through them, and then with these, I see your status point, I see the drops, I see the directional pieces.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and when I see them together, the colour's just bang on, isn't it?
Now that's a statement piece. That is that is high-end statement. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's such intensity of colour.
Yeah. These, by the way, were in that kit, I should point out, if you want them. They came with a strand of pearls and some sterling silver findings, and they came with a sterling silver infinity sign as well. So if you want those, you have got the opportunity to do so. They do work brilliantly together, because aquamarine is one of those gemstones which you often get and it looks really low saturation.
Yeah, almost waxy.
Yeah, you're right.
Not the texture, but that sort of...
I know what you mean.
Not that sparkles and shines and is really intense.
Yeah, you're right.
Without being heavy. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's absolutely
exactly
stunning.
What you mean. Let me just really
Perfect
quickly as well, sorry, I keep saying saturation, saturation, saturation. I should really explain what I'm talking about, okay? Because saturation is an element that we will refer to when we say colour, okay? So when I think colour, you're thinking, you'll probably think the colour of these is, you know, it's like a bluey green, a really beautiful aquamarine colour. That is described generally as a hue, so that will be your hue. When you're talking about colour, you're also talking about tone. So tone is a gradient generally between 0 to 100 if we're doing it in percent, which I always find is easier, because some people do it 1 to 6, which I just find mind-boggling. But 0% to 100%. 0% is white. It's complete white nothingness, essentially. 100% tone is black. Okay, so you've got the same tone on these. You can see you've not got some that are really dark, almost like a sapphire dark, and some, you know, that are almost an Amazonite. It's not that. You've got the same tone on these. And the saturation, when I talk about saturation, I think the easiest way to explain it is, imagine you make yourself a cordial, okay? So you've got a glass of water. If you put in 2 drops, drop, let's make it orange cordial, okay? The hue of that cordial that you've added to the water will be orange. The tone of that will be, depends on what it is, let's just throw it out there and say 50%, it won't be but 50%. The saturation of that will be really low. It might be 10%, it might be really, really low, depending on the strength of it. Now imagine that I pour half of the bottle of cordial into that water. Again, the hue is the same, it's orange. The tone is the same, it's the 50% tone. But the saturation, the amount, the impact you're getting in there is going to be way, way, way higher. Way higher. And that's one of the things we look for in gemstones, in particular aquamarine. Some aquamarine can look a little bit like you've put 2 drops of your cordial in, or it can look like this, like you've got that boldness, like you've got that effect. And that isn't what we often get with aquamarine. The best amount of your saturation is essentially, the more you get, the more impact, the better, the higher the price point. I'm bringing you this strand here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, with great hue, great tone, and great saturation. And I've got to say, a great price.
Yeah, that's a lovely price.
That's a lovely price. But I like taking it a step extra. Let's just imagine I've made myself that ridiculously strong cordial and it's gone to my head. I'm going to drop the price. Never been seen before. Lowest ever price point, ladies and gentlemen. Your price point today for natural aquamarine, $9.95 for you today. It is, isn't it?
That is stunning. Because you could take some of those and have, you know, you could have a single drop. Yeah. There's, my niece loves delicate jewellery, and they would make a beautiful single drop. You could make it into a statement necklace, and if you teamed the two together, you could go for broke.
You really could, couldn't you?
And that is just, I mean, look at that. That's stunning colour.
Yeah, it's exceptional, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, you know, and whatever you use to go with it, be it the other aquamarine, be it the little pearls that came with that kit, they make fab spacers. Be it some spacer beads. Oh, the copper beads, the copper jump rings. We had used those as spacers. Yeah. Would go beautiful with it. They'd be absolutely beautifully.
Really beautiful.
Love that.
I love them as well. I really do. Lowest ever price. Please remember, whenever you see a price drop, it doesn't mean that's going to be the price you see from now on. It doesn't at all. It means it's going to last until 8 o'clock, and if you don't check it out in time, you will pay the original price. Got to be honest, the £15. Still good, but $9.95 lowest ever price point on this. Better. And what a perfect time of year is it as well, because Queen's 90th birthday program's on tonight, isn't it?
Oh, no.
With Anton Deck and all of these different loads going on for that. And I'm sure a lot of us will know that as it's her Queen's 90th birthday, for her coronation, I think it was Brazil, the people of Brazil gave her a aquamarine necklace that she loved so much that a few years later she got a matching tiara, and over the years what she's done is she's taken like the large pendant off the necklace and put that onto the top of the tiara, and she's added extra bits onto it, so she's now got a necklace and a matching crown. And honestly, now I've said it to you, if you type in Queen Aquamarine, you'll see her in this piece and the changing pieces that she has of this aquamarine that she just loves and adores. So perfect time of year for it. £9.95 for you. Well done to everybody. After the break, I've got so much inspiration. Lots of you have been messaging in about this little beauty. This is just one element of the second kit I've got coming up for you in a little bit, and I just love and adore it. Coming up straight after the break, we're going to be diving into the kit to create things like this pretty soon, but straight after the break is going to be a very, very, very special opportunity. Tibetan turquoise. I'll see you in a few.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
I started crafting from a very young age, doing all sorts of different crafting. That developed into card making and then onto jewellery making.
I got started because my sister started giving us jewellery and the women in the family jewellery as gifts.
To start, I was making it for me, and then my friends saw what I was wearing, and then one of my friends said, well, why don't you have a go at selling? So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see how it goes.
I do like a challenge. Because sometimes you look at something and think you can't do it, but then you don't know if you don't try, do you?
When you've made it and you've just made it, you think that's nice, put it on. When you get it out the next time, that's when you think, yeah, that looks really good, that looks quite professional, I'm proud to wear it.
Quite often at work they'll ask me what I'm wearing. They're astonished. First of all, you think something so simple and they're astonished at the piece of jewellery that you've made.
They say it looks so professional, and when I show them how easy it is to do, they're saying, oh, can I have a go of it?
These necklaces are great for layering up, for atmosphere, sort of holidays.
Because they're there in the living room with you. You get to see the same people on a regular basis and you feel a bit like you know them.
It's like a family, you know all the guests that are on the TV. And then when you come to something like a workshop, it's really good because you seem to know everybody, you know about the people that you're working with.
It just feels like your own family, that you're actually there with them and you are part of their family, you're part of their, you know, their community.
Pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers, covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
I am just in love with this.
Me too.
Why?
The colour. Look at it. I love turquoise anyway. And just look at that colour. It's so intense.
It really is, isn't it?
That's gorgeous.
It's stunning. Now, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen... Oh, hi, by the way, I'm Becky. Sorry I didn't say hello back. I was just like, I'm just falling into this. What I have here for you is something which is very special. Turquoise is one of the rarest of gemstones that's out there. Turquoise is also one of the most loved and most historic, I would say. It's been used throughout history for jewellery and many other things. Turquoise is extremely, extremely, extremely rare, not only in the crust of the earth, but also actually in jewellery, in essence. It's quite a hard one to just, you know, pop into your local shop and snap some up like you might with quartz, because of course, quartz makes up about 95-ish% of the earth's crust, so it's quite readily available. Turquoise is nowhere near that amount, so it is very difficult to get your hands on. But I'm in particularly interested in this strand because off the top of my head, I've only brought you something like this once before, and it was a very long time ago. This is special, this is individual, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is Tibetan turquoise. And it's up on your screen right now if you want to add this to your order, and I would encourage you to do so if you're a connoisseur, if you love interesting gemstones, and if you like to get your hands on something that most people probably haven't even seen, let alone worked with before, because this is the one for you. We've seen the likes of, you know, Indian turquoise we see, even USA turquoise we're seeing more and more. The likes of Sleeping Beauty turquoise we've seen in plots when we've got decent orders of them and then they've sold out. But Tibetan is not something we get to see often at all. It's earthy, it's strong, it's deep in its look, and it is matrix mad, and that's why this is a loved one. When you're looking for turquoise, you are looking for a matrix. I would say, unless it's Sleeping Beauty where you want a flatter body of colour, you just want one look perhaps, then actually you know, that's what you're looking for in Sleeping Beauty. But in others you are looking for matrix, and matrix is a web-like look. It is a mixture in different lace-like appeals. It's not just one flat turquoise colour, you get all these deep tonal earthy effects with them, which really is kind of well strewn upon this strand, so that's a great thing to be able to see. This gemstone is from a location that we don't actually get that many individual gemstones. It's from the Himalayas, and when you imagine the Himalayas and when you see kind of in your mind these beautiful, quite obviously rocky areas, and you see the pops of colour from very small local, sometimes travelling communities, this gemstone you will see prevalent there time and time again, because it's worn by the majority of people in the Himalayas, including the likes of monks. Monks in the Himalaya regions, and in fact in many different regions over the world, wear this gemstone. It's believed that it's for metaphysical and spiritual values for those, and it is a gemstone which does hold a very strong spiritual connection for a lot of people in the mining areas of these in the Himalayas. But it does outside of that area too, and it is one of those gems that, because of how captivating it is, because it's so unique, because it stands out from other turquoise on the planet, it is a very, very sought after location. Turquoise is one of the most copied gemstones in the world, and I'll be honest with you, I think it's really annoying actually. I think it's really bad. Now, I don't want to say to you that, well, you know, synthetics and glass are wrong, because they're not. But what I do think is wrong out there when you're buying gemstones is when people will essentially blatantly try to mislead. And that happens with this gemstone a lot. I don't mind glass, I don't mind plastic. I'm a card maker, I work with glass, I work with plastic, you know, and I'm not afraid to say that. That's something that for me I will work with. I work with gemstones too, but I will work with those of the medium, so that's fine for me, and that's not an issue for me at all. What is an issue is being misled, and this is something that can be misleading often if you're buying turquoise online, because what many people can do is get the likes of a howlite, dye it a turquoise colour, and then refer to it as turquoise. Sometimes later on in the description it will say, you know, howlite dyed as turquoise, but sometimes it won't. I will always say, with all of your gemstones, buy from a reputable source. And you know here at Jewellery Maker that we can trace this back to the mine and to the mine owner. And that means that you can buy in confidence. You can see this is the real deal. You can tell this isn't dyed howlite. Although I'll be honest with you, I would say the price doesn't really reflect that. This is genuine, real deal, earthy, strong, natural, and it is natural, it's not even irradiated, which a lot of turquoise is, natural turquoise from Tibet, your price point today.
Well, you're kidding.
Yes, I am, because I'm not even staying there. Yeah. Honestly, this is what I'm saying though. It's the price that I would expect dyed howlite to be, but it's not. Get ready. £16.95 for you.
No, genuinely now, I was expecting 3 figures, and if you'd have said £69.95, I'd have gone, oh my gosh, what a bargain.
Yeah. If I'd have said to you at staff cost £40, would you have bought it? Be honest.
Too right, John, please. That price I need.
He's already been treating you today, but yeah, go on, an extra one, it wouldn't hurt.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, says Samantha in Cumbria, Creative Samantha. Am I seeing properly? Is this natural? Yes, it is. I know. It's not dyed, it's not irradiated, it's not even heated, don't forget as well, some turquoises that you buy, and again, I think this is dodgy myself, a bit anyway. It's not quite as dodgy as dyeing a howlite and curling it a turquoise, but you can actually get turquoises that to make them look better, buyers will glue turquoise onto them.
Oh, like laminated.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes it look more interesting. This hasn't had anything like that. This amount of matrix is natural, and it's £16.95. Sorry, let me just say that again in case you misheard. £16.95, not 60.
Yeah.
95 pence.
95. I was, and that I'd be perfectly think, oh, bargain. 16.90. Oh, along with that silver.
Along with the silver that you've got. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking, what about with that silver? Rhodium. This is the sterling silver rhodium wire that I brought to you. I brought it to you, and I don't know if I've got any of this left actually, which is really horrible. Oh, last few, but it was 0.8, 0.6, and 1 mil.
1 mil.
1 mil, 0.8 and 0.6, I think it was. But imagine, look at how that's going to pop. This is, have we got this still available? Yeah. Yeah, we have still got it. Last few available. We definitely have. I think you'll have to go online or speak to the call centre about it. Do we have the code on it? We'll bring it up at the bottom of your screen for you now, ladies and gentlemen, because this is it's the rhodium element that we've got in this as well. The rhodium being one of the most expensive metals in the world, one of the strongest, doesn't corrode easily, it doesn't oxidize easily. It's one of the most durable and workable and expensive metals out there, and we've got it with sterling silver, and we took it down to £27.95. It's just ridiculous, but we had a great quantity of it. But they go lush, wouldn't they?
They go.
I'm sorry, I should say.
There's got to be a mistake on that. £16.95 has got to be a mistake.
It's amazing, isn't it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have to move on from you on this one because it is a very, very, very special opportunity, and I have got a massive amount of this kit to give you, and we've got a great demonstration. I just want to say to every single one of you, you lucky, lucky, lucky lot. I'm really happy for you. Bonkers. I genuinely am. Like I say, I think off the top of my mind, Tibet and turquoise once I've seen before, and that isn't a price I would ever, ever, ever pair with it. So. Sort of a cheeky laugh in the corner. So well done to every single one of you. What a deal. I'm going to mosey on over now to the lovely Alison Tarry to see exactly what she's been creating, and I've been wearing one all show because I love it so much. I just want to say to you all, what a great day we've had. If you do want any more of that sterling silver rhodium wire, the silver half rounds at the bottom of your screen, we still have a handful or two left of the flat black as well for you if you want to get your hands on that. And I would also say to you, we did have that great little theme of rarely seen. Lots of it did sell out, I'm afraid. Loads and loads of it sold out, in fact. But I have got for you last chances coming up very soon, including the likes of a natural pink pearl. So do stay tuned, really do stay tuned, because there's more coming up. And speaking of more coming up, you have made an absolutely delectable collection here. You're so talented, Alison Tarry.
I love you.
You really are, though. You truly are. Just look at these pieces. Tell me about your inspiration with these, please.
Well, the wire, I adore this wire. I absolutely love it. It was a dream to work with, and I love the colour. Because I know it says black, and they might shout at me, but it's a very... it's a paler shade of black.
Is it a gunmetal?
I would call it a dark gunmetal. It's darker than our gunmetal.
Gunmetal.
It is darker than our gunmetal.
But it's lighter than our black.
It's a dark slate grey, but it's nice. It's soft. You know, a really dark velvet. It's got that softness to it. You know, black can be really harsh.
Yeah, because this is our black wire.
This is soft and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, to get all that abalone.
Let's talk about that, please, because I'm going to start off with the gemstones. We've got decent quantity. So that, if I say we've got decent quantity, that basically means nudge, nudge, wink, wink, really silly price. Because for me, when I think abalone, at Jewellery Maker prices, what price pins in your mind? Because I've got one in mind.
I'm thinking per strand, sort of $17.95.
That's exactly, genuinely exactly what's in my mind.
It's a Northwest thing, isn't it?
That's exactly it, you see, us Northwesterners. Yeah, that's exactly the number that was in my mind. That's the price that my mind goes to. Sometimes we'll have a sale on and they'll be like $14.95, but generally it's $17.95. So I'm absolutely amazed that I'm bringing you 2 strands and the kit's going to be under £30.
Yeah. The colours are phenomenal. I know we've had some silly prices lately. I think the birthdays have kind of gone to everybody's head. I don't think we're still in the birthday hangover. They haven't gone back to proper pricing yet. Because I don't know where these prices are coming from.
No.
And the colours in the abalone is absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't not go heavy. I couldn't not sort of eke them out. I had to go heavy with them. I really couldn't not do it.
What you've got here, ladies and gentlemen, is our 2-sided abalone. You have got this shell appeal with a mammoth amount of iridescence, and you've got it in 2 different shapes, both of them flat. You've got the rectangles in the 12x8, and then you've got the squares in the 8x8. I've not seen the squares.
No, I haven't, and they were so great. They're kind of like bijou. I really, really liked the squares, and they were perfect for what I wanted to do with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on.
We don't get to see square shapes at all often, and they really work for this gem, don't they?
They do really work for it. And can I say, your bezel wire would go perfect round the edges of these.
How did I not think about that? Yes, it would. The black wire. Can I go and get it?
Sorry. And it goes. I know we say don't mix your metals, so I would do it with rhodium plated black rather than this black. It's a very similar colour.
Yeah. But look,
but the 3mm would go perfectly round there, and you just get a little tip coming over it, so you just get that frame round the top, and it would look fab.
That is a great idea. Love that idea. This was the brand new one that we brought to you earlier on. Really stunning. Black rhodium plated. Really beautiful wire there. So you've got these 2 strands of your abalone. You've then got a really lovely soft pearl, and they are soft because I was wearing them on that bracelet, and they've just got a lovely feel against the skin. The lustre on them's corking, isn't it?
It is corking, and because it's with it, you get all those colours from it. And just looking at the strand, you've got those rainbow colours from it.
Yeah.
Just the same as that, and they bounce off each other. It's beautiful, but such a beautiful shape.
It really is a lovely shape. A nice sort of movement to them, because it's a lovely even shape, isn't it?
It is. It is.
And obviously, because the sizes, you know, you've got 7x6 in areas. They've got a lot of that surface area to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's unusual because they're almost. I don't know what they're down as, but they're almost like a rice bead.
Yeah, they're described as a potato, but I do know what you mean.
But they're centre drilled, so we'd normally expect it to go that way across.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
But they're not. They're you know, instead of going that way, they're going that way.
That way, yeah.
And it just gives you a different look to them.
Yeah, and you get loads on the strand as well. I've then got for you your sterling silver. Sorry, I'm getting stuck. You're also getting your not sterling silver, sorry, silver plated, but it is silver over the top. Findings here, ladies and gentlemen, which include things such as a whole meter's worth of chain, a mammoth amount, I must say, of your featherweight head pins. So they'll go through loads and loads and loads. When we talk about featherweight head pins, let me just show you, if you are new, and you see how that's super, super duper lovely and fine. And then that's the usual thickness. It does make a difference, genuinely it does. So you've got a big selection of those. You also have 5 of our bolt ring clasps, and these are the new improved, I would say, bolt ring clasps, because they're not tiny, tiny, tiny little fiddly ones, which is nice. If, like me, you're often fighting with tiny, tiny little clasps. But you get things in here, including loads of jump rings, actually. You've got 20 of those, 20 crimp bead covers. You've got 20 of your featherweight head pins, 20 of the ball head pins, which are 52 millimeters long. You're getting 20 of the jump rings, 35 of those round beads as well, which are your little spacer beads. They're cute, aren't they? Really lovely, and you don't get to see that many spacers often. No. So you're getting loads in there, and like I say, meats with chain and everything else. This is your selection today, ladies and gentlemen. Remember we were saying our price at the top of our head, $17.95 for the abalone, and I said for one, so $17.95 across both would obviously be over £30. About £35-ish, isn't it? About £35-ish. Today, ladies and gentlemen, for everything.
Ooh, that's good. Not good.
Well, it is good. No, it is good. I agree with you. It was my just pretend it's not there and it'll go away price.
She did the Sabrina thing.
You're right. Look at that. £19.95 for you today is your price point on this one for all of those pieces. I think that is a great deal.
I think that's fab, yeah, I think that's amazing.
Because realistically, like I say, abalone, even at our reduced prices that we've been doing, I'll be straight with you, I have seen an abalone, I think they were a diamond shape or maybe a heart shape, I can't remember exactly, but at £9.95, and that was in the sale over the birthday week at £9.95, okay? So at £9.95 for these 2 strands, you've basically got the cost of the whole kit.
Yeah.
You're getting a strand of pearls and a fine nails pack for £1, aren't you?
Brilliant.
I think that is sensational.
I think it's fab. And there's so much versatility with this.
It really is.
I mean, my brief was bangles. Yeah. So I went down the bangle route.
Yeah, yeah.
To the extreme, as I do. extreme bangling, braceleting. Mm-hmm. But you could, you don't have to go as heavy as I've gone with the gemstones. You could make them go a lot further. Yeah. And I mean, the piece closest to us, let's take that one. Yeah. That would be more than that price, certainly. Yeah, that would be nearer the £25 at least,
easily.
If not 30. Depending where I was selling it. Of course. Depends on, I mean, if it was going into a gallery, it would be more.
I love how you've left them the opportunity to have a little bit of movement.
I know. Well,
it's really nice.
I was playing with it earlier, the end one, the other end. And I was turning them over because they're slightly different, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood to have them that way today.
I like that.
It's a tactile bracelet I play with. You know, you get the rings that have got the movement bits in them.
Yes, I know.
And you just play with them and you just, I'll turn them over. If you're bored in a meeting, you know, just sitting there turning your feet over.
Not that you'd ever be bored in a meeting, of course. No, riveting. I have got, ladies and gentlemen, your wire opportunity now, because decent quantity on the kit, so we're going to leave that with you so you can add it to your order, because obviously that's a great price for the amount you've got. It's coming in at the bottom of your screen. Really quickly, so we can dive into the demonstration of that piece I've been wearing all day. I'm going to bring you the wire. Tell us about, you've talked about how you love the colour. What else do you love about these?
It's beautifully soft to use. It's absolutely stunning. You can do, I've undone bits. It doesn't lose a fleck.
No.
I absolutely
So you mean
loved
of the colour?
Of the colour, yeah. Rock solid, absolutely stunning to use. And the colour is just so divine. It's almost vintage, so that, it's hard to describe colour. It is a slatey grey, a dark slatey grey colour. And it's just like softness.
Yes.
It does remind me. And every time I want to touch it because I expect it to be soft.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's got that sort of sheen to it.
You're right.
It's a bit like the antique bronze. It has a sort of sheen that takes you to a slightly different... So if you look at it from one way, it can be a bit darker. If you look at it the other way, it's getting towards steely grey.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It really is stunning, and you've hit the nail on the head with this, you really have. I'm going to let you know exactly the gauges we've got, and then I'm going to get that price in, because this is going to be extremely popular. It really, really is. Don't worry if you've never worked with a wire like this before. The malleability of it is beautiful and really genuinely easy to work with, and of course gives you a sensational look. First things first, you've got 1 mil wire. What? Yes. 1 mil wire, and you've got 10 meters. I've then got your 0.8 mil wire in the 10 meters. I've also got in here your 0.6 in the 10 meters, and I've got your 0.4 in your 10 meters as well. So you've got essentially all the gradings of the main gauges, haven't you?
Absolutely. And you can go everywhere with this. So you could make a load of bespoke rings with it.
Yeah.
You could make, you've got your 1 mil, you've got your 0.4 mil. We were talking about the 1 mil with the silver before.
Yeah.
You could put that in this and it would go absolutely divinely. And you could plait. I want to do a plait. Five strands of each one. So the end, if you look at the end one.
The end one over here,
Each
can you see that one?
Of the 3 lines of the plait has got 5 strands in.
Yeah.
3 strands of the black and 2 strands of the silver. Plait that would look absolutely a million. It would look so phenomenal.
Stunning.
Brilliant. Love mixing and matching. Absolutely love it.
I think that's
I love plaiting as well. It's so easy to do. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, don't worry. I like that idea a lot. I think that is just a really gorgeous idea. Really simple plait, but such a stunning look you're going to get. Now, the price point on this that it should be, I already think is really, really low. I'm going to be honest with you.
Brilliant.
That is low already, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Already?
You're getting a nice pack with a nice range.
Yes.
If you're new, it's a great starter place.
Yeah,
if you're
right.
not new, you're going to use it all.
Yeah, you are. You are. The thing is, though, ladies and gents, I've got about 150 of these, so I'm going to drop that price.
Go on.
Anyone fancy £5 back in their pocket? Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, rolling down bespoke bangle collection of your wire bangle. £17.95, better than £5 back in your pocket today.
Tease.
I know. 40 metres worth of any wire is great, but wire that's this much copper in it, so it's super soft, and it is your soft wire, I should state that as well. It is the soft wire, so beautiful on your hands. Because there's more copper in there, it's a higher cost medium to make, because there's more copper in there, which gives it that soft core. It's more expensive to make, but the price point wise doesn't reflect that.
No,
I don't think.
And not everybody sells. However, not everybody, most people who make jewellery either sell or give as gifts.
Correct.
They don't just make for themselves. I don't think I've met someone who just says, I only make for me. They make as gifts. They, if you don't sell, you make as gifts. And that, if you're selling, you're going to make a profit. No two ways about it. You're going to make a profit on one piece. You're into profit.
Yeah.
If you give us gifts, then you're giving a more high-end gift. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean. Yeah,
So you're not giving something that's a cheap, tacky gift. You're giving something that's made with quality, that's made with love, and that's made with care.
Definitely.
And is going to end up beautiful.
Definitely.
So, I still think you're in profit if you give, because you'd go out and buy something.
Yeah.
You know? Right. So if you spend a tenner on a person's gift, you've saved yourself, made 2 of those, given them as gifts, you're in profit.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you there.
That's my way of looking at it.
I love your way of looking at it. It's £17.95. Well done, everyone. I've got to let you know, though, about almost half of my stock gone, so do be quick because that doesn't come around often at all. £17.95. So we're going to be making this piece that I have been wearing and coveting and adoring all morning. Tell me a little bit about this, please.
Well, as soon as I saw the pearls with this wire, because I think they're a match made in heaven. I love all the pieces. I really did enjoy working with this kit, but the pearls with this colour go phenomenally. Yeah. They really do go phenomenally. And I always wanted to do a woven piece. And I love doing these layered looks.
Yes.
I really love. But I'd started making it, and I'd cut what seemed like a huge length of wire to weave. Yeah. Because I tend to do them in one piece. And I'd started off and I started whistling it round and twiddling it. And I thought, that's a bit short. I know I'm going to make it a hinged one because we very rarely see them.
You're right.
We very rarely see it like that.
You're right.
Sorry, I put it on slightly differently.
Oh, hang on.
There you go.
Hang on. Oh, I think we did it slightly differently for the picture. That's it. Yeah.
So I thought, you know, we often do them so they fasten it at back, and I did think about taking the pearls round the back or whatever, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do a hinged one.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
It's a bit different.
Brilliant. So let's get involved in this then. Where are we going to start on this stunner?
Right, well, I'm going to show you quickly the weaves.
Okay.
Would you mind cutting me two
How long are we talking?
more lengths, about that long?
Yeah.
So these are separate pieces, so I'm just going to show you how to do the weave. So the main weave we'll do in a minute, because you'll just cut me the extra two pieces. Just threading my pearls onto that. So I'm using the 1mm and the 0.4. Now you do go through quite a bit of 0.4. Where's my end gone? There it is. What I would say, when you don't do what like I do here, when you get your wire, if I show it with this doesn't go anywhere and it won't tangle. But with the narrower gauges, what I would say is wrap the end round it.
Yeah.
And then it won't tangle into a mess like
and then kind of feed it out like you would a ball of yarn.
Either feed it or just undo that bit and pull off your next lot and refasten it, and it will save you hours and hours of painful unravelling. because it, you know, 0.4 ravels.
Yes.
Right, now thank you very much, my able assistant.
No problem at all.
So the main bit of it has 5 wires.
Yeah.
I mean, these are weaves. I've shown you these weaves before. These are two of my favourite weaves. I've got a lot of favourite weaves, though. Now, I'm going to do that because it's dark wire. I come two-toned. Do you know why?
You are so good. Gosh, you've done this before, haven't you?
Well, I used to get different coloured kits, and I'd come in one kit, and it'd be right colour to show that kit, and I'd have the other kit and go, oh, you can't see this one, so I'd go two-tone. Right, so what I would do is I would leave 1 metre to 1.5 meters of your 1mm and start in the centre. I'm not going to do it for this one because I'm just going to show you the weave. But if you start in the middle of your bangle and you want to make it, you want 5 lengths of the 1mm. Now if you take half the length of what's your wrist?
Your wrist,
you want over halfway, doubled plus some. So I do it 3 times, so 1.5 round your wrist. Okay, the length. So if you start, because you want the middle section, you want a width worth, slightly more than a width worth, of this weave. If you start in the middle of your wires, you haven't got so much flopping, because when you're working with that length of wire, they kind of get flabby at the end and they flop around. So if you start a bit further on and you've got this already off the reel, you just sort of tuck it out the way, it works really well. So we're going to start off. Let's have a look. You can, of course, join in. That's the other way of doing it. I like doing these, if I can, with a continuous piece of wire, but you can join in. Don't worry too much about it. So I'm going to start. I've got my extra long tail tucked out of the way, and I'm going to go twice fairly loosely round the bottom one and come between the wires before I pull it tight, because I want to have a gap between those 2 wires. So I've gone around the 2. Normally I would anchor it, but because I'm going to start using it the other direction, so I've gone twice round the bottom 2, come between them, twice round the next 2, adding in the extra wire. I just hold them there all the time, but you can pick it up. twice round the next 2. Now you've already got that gap from the first wire. It's only the first one you have to worry about. There you go. And what you find is if you splay these out, you create a fan effect, then you can go through the middle easier.
Okay.
Then you've come between those 2, you're going round the next 2 twice and come between. So you can see, and they will move as you go further down. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's lovely malleable wire. You just put it back where you want it to go. They get naughty and start faffing around. So twice round the top one, pull it through. We're now going to go back down. So you go twice round, and it's up and down in stages. So twice round those 2, pull between. So we're now staging down. Twice round, pull between. And you get into a really nice rhythm about it. Twice round the bottom, pull between. And like I caught that one, don't worry about it, you just push it back. It is so malleable, and it is so beautiful. The coating's lovely on this. And then you can see the V starting there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and you carry that along until you've got probably an inch wider at least than your wrist.
Okay, yeah, I see. So that's the piece that we've used in this section here, ladies and gentlemen. The one that goes from sort of the start of the hinge section all the way round here. So that would say sort of that length for you. Really gorgeous design there. Okay, fab.
Right, so what I then do is turn it round the other side and go the same direction the other way, so you've got that full length. And because you've got the wire, like I say, you can add in.
Yeah.
If you want to add in, when you come between, don't do it at the bottom one, do it in the middle ones. So I'm just going to go around there. So you go around 2, pull it up, and then leave your tail.
Okay.
And then start the next one with your tail from below and weave. But don't cut your tails until further on.
I see.
Because they will be held in place once you've got them all weaves in. Okay, if you cut them straight away, they can dither all over the place.
Okay, got you.
Okay, so that's that weave done. Once you've got to the end, we're going to take 3 of the wires and just bend them out the way. Now you want the 3 furthest away from where you've finished. So I'm going to move those 3 out the way. I'm not going to bend them severely, but I'm just going to see how I've bent them out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm then going to concentrate on this for the next weave. So I'm going to do 8 times around the outside wire.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I find I do count, and I've said this before, if you want a consistent look, then count.
Okay.
If you don't mind if they're all different, and that's not wrong, it's just a different look, then that's absolutely fine. But I would, I would make them all different.
Yes, got you.
And just randomly do it. My brain can't do it random. And if you do miss one, so one's got one less or one's got one more, do not panic about it. Don't panic about it. Now, as I'm doing this weave, I push it down like that. So I've got my finger and I push it. When I go round, I will push it down.
Got you.
And that's what gives you this neat finish. So once you've done your 8, you go round the 2 wires you've got twice and back through the middle again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to push it down. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you're back to doing 8 again. So you're doing 8 and then 2.
Got you.
Okay? And you carry on with that pattern.
So it's this section here that we've done, and that's the look you get.
So I've got a kind of mini version.
Yeah.
So we've got our zigzag section here.
I love that, yeah.
And we've got our 8 and 2.
Ah, the old 8 and 2.
The old 8 and 2. Okay, so in the middle one, I've done a gizmo coil. If you've got a gizmo, do it on the narrowest. You can wrap the wire just round the wire if you want.
On the narrowest of the original? The two-prong one? Or
Yeah,
the
that'd do it.
Yeah.
Because this is a bit thicker than the one I've got on there, I think. Because I was actually using my baling pliers to make it.
Oh, I don't know what you were doing really speedily. You did that.
Yeah.
Well done.
If you haven't got a gizmo, And this is with the 0.6.
Okay.
If you haven't got the
Don't
gizmo.
forget of the kit, you've got 1 mil, 0.8, 0.6 and 0.4. It's up at the bottom of your screen, it's at the side of your screen. Sorry, that price again seems ridiculous to me, so I ignored it. It's $17.95 for you, and this is what we're using here.
So I've got the 0.6, leave it on the coil. You need a mandrel.
Yep.
If you've got the gizmo, you can put it on and go, and you've got a length, and that's fabulous. If you haven't, using a mandrel, make sure as you turn it that the end is at the outermost side, because then as you turn it, if you keep your fingers in place, it grows that way.
Got you, so it's not getting stuck against
it's not getting
the plier.
stuck. If you look where this is going,
can you see that?
It's going towards the end, but my fingers are staying in the same place. So you can create that mandrel effect.
You can see it's coming off as opposed to towards your fab.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So you don't get to there and think, oh, I can't go any further, because you've started that end, and it just pushes. Great for making jump rings as well.
Fab. Great tip. Thank you.
If you're doing shorter amounts, if you're doing lots of amounts, it is so much easier on a gizmo.
Fab.
It really is.
Thank you for telling us. That's handy.
So, but that, if you get stuck. So with the 0.6, I've made a nice coil, and I do it the full length of your gizmo. So I'm going to.
Oh, the gizmo mandrel.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I'm going to push that in, and then these now become a thing in there, a component together.
I see.
Okay. So I then zigzaggy my original section.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to zigzaggy these, and I want a loop at the top, which is going to act as part of our hinge.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm zigzagging these, and I'm just taking them up and over and around, holding the 3 wires with the gizmo together. You might find you have to ease that gizmo back down a bit.
Okay.
Okay. And you can zigzaggy those round until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you need to tuck these out. Now, if I can borrow that.
Yeah, of course you can.
If you see here, I've just coiled the ends in and tucked them at the bottom. Go light. Just in there, I've coiled them round and tucked them back underneath themselves.
Okay, I see.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
They will not go anywhere.
Okay, got you.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the other end I've just folded, I've gone up and over the other side, and then literally tuck them in on themselves.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, got you. Ladies and gentlemen, getting very low on that wire now, so really quickly I'm going to just interject and bring you a strand of pearls, which if you wanted to do a big bold piece maybe to match this as a neckline piece, then these would work well. You have got your champagne coloured pearls here with an absolutely exceptional luster to these. Really very, very beautiful indeed. You have got 10 by 9 is your size, so you've got your luxury size pearls here, and like we say, it would go great with a kit you've already got your hands on, but if you missed out on it, treat yourself to these ones whilst you can. Lovely quality of surface area, and we are going to do you a price drop on them as well. Your price point today should be $19.95, but we are going to roll it down as a sweet little deal, as a sweet little treat. Your price point today, bear in mind these are luxury pearls, and the pearls price have been going up dramatically over the last few months. £14.95 is your final closing price today on this one. So if you want real luxury, not only of size but of quality of surface area and also of colour, because I feel like we haven't seen any big champagne pearls recently, now's your opportunity at £14.95. And just to remind you all, people have been asking about when's the last chance kind of section coming in. That's going to be very, very soon after the break. And I've got to say that we're going to have some very, very, very much loved pieces in there, but not just strands. So lots to keep your eyes peeled for. £14.95 on these, reduced price, only lasts till 8. So be quick off the mark for those ones whilst you can.
Right.
Sorry. Thank you. No,
the other two wires, what I've done is I've bent them round the back. I'll show you around the back. And I've flattened them across the back of that section. You could come through there if you want. I took them through the back, and then I've poked them out back again at the bottom.
I get you. Yeah, I see.
And then now I'm going to wrap about 4 times round to anchor. So it's the first time I've done my proper anchor. And I've threaded pearls onto this strand. And I'm just going to channel set the pearls through this piece. So I'm just going to pop the pearl on, wrap it a couple of times round the other side, slide a pearl down, fetching it close, a couple of times round, slide a pearl down, and you, let me pop that in. I did cut this off the reel, purely because I didn't know how far I was going to go. So I then start curving that and carrying on channel setting the pearls. And this is free form. You know, you can follow exactly what I've done with that.
Yeah.
You can on the pictures it'll show you. But you can make this bend wherever you like. It's just about layering them, following the flow and getting that flow with it. But I would start popping the channels on. I wouldn't put all the pearls on and then try and bend it. I would bend it as you go, or even pre-bend these to roughly where you want them to be, and then start putting your pearls in. And then popping them underneath and coming out again and having the next lot of pearls and layering those up. So you get this lovely layer with these pearls that go so beautifully with this wire popping through.
Love that.
Okay, so you do that. You finish off the rest of that. Okay, and the other side, because we've got the ends, like I say, so for the other side, because I haven't got the loop, I've just folded them over and done little loops at the back just to tidy them out of the way. I don't know whether you can see that.
Yeah, just in that centre bit there, yeah.
And I've literally just took them out of the way. They're not going anywhere. That's perfectly secure.
In place.
Never going anywhere. So for the back bit, exactly the same.
Okay.
Except what I haven't got is the pearls. So I've got my 3 wires, 2 of which I've done into the 8 and 2.
8 and 2 weave, yeah.
So I made the weave, and then the other one I had another coil on.
Yeah.
Folded it in half and threaded it through my loop. There's my loop. Threaded that through my loop and then started the twisting process again. And then you have to have an idea of what size you're doing, because you need to measure it.
Got you.
Okay? Then when I got to the end, because it's exactly the same weaves as the front, when you get to the end, I finished the coil off and fetched the wire round and tucked it under, so that I only had the 2 with the wrapping round. And I took those and then put 2 little loops on the end and made a bit of a shepherd's hook. And then that just sits into that beautifully.
Yeah.
And should, when you're not in the studio, slide on and off beautifully.
Fab.
It's actually, if you turn it, it slides better. So you almost,
What I will say as well is, you were going to say something else then. I can tell.
Go on.
You were
I've forgotten.
awesome.
It's gone right on my
we will talk about how to create the kind of class for this in a moment.
Okay,
but
cool.
For anyone who maybe is a little bit irksome about making their own clasp, or maybe wants to make this with a little bit of something extra added.
Oh, I love that.
Just because it's oxidised and because it is sterling silver as well.
Oh, that's lovely.
That might be a quite nice little addition, let's say. I'm just showing you. I think this is absolutely adorable.
I think that's amazing. I'm loving the new clasps we're getting.
Me too. We've really gone for it, haven't we, with design features?
Yeah.
Really have. This is your toggle clasp, as you can see, and it's genuine sterling silver, and it is oxidised. Now, it hasn't. What kind of? When you look at this, what sort of themes spring to mind? I'm thinking sort of elven, but I think I always think stuff like that.
No, because that does look quite elven-y, because it's got the swirly bits and then the flower in it.
Yeah.
Very natural, or druidic, or elven, or
yes, yeah.
Any floral piece, any piece at all, really. It's just a
Gorgeous,
decorative, beautiful vintage, because you've got the oxidised.
It's really lovely, and it goes nicely, I think. If I just show you with this, goes really nicely with this.
Yeah.
It's 2.8 grams of silver in this clasp as well, so that's a big amount, isn't it? Can you see what I mean about that colour? Yeah. It does work. And you know, you were saying earlier, and you put it so eloquently, about how in certain lights it looks really, really dark, and then in other lights it not so much. This does the same, but because of the depth of it, and because some bits are oxidised and some aren't.
Yeah, because it's polished up.
Yeah.
I mean, that would go great with the rhodium, the black rhodium plated silver.
Yeah, you're right.
And the white rhodium plated silver.
Yeah.
Goes absolutely stunning with those.
Yeah. And we do still have some of the rhodium in the black available. We had 2 different gauges, and it's going to come in on the bottom of your screen for you now. Let me just show you these ones together, because these are coming up on the bottom of your screen. This is $29.95. It was for both those. Yes, Alison Tarry.
Can I? Right.
Yeah, go on.
We're going to.
Oh, you're going to inspire me now. I know it.
We're going to bezel set our oblongs.
Yeah, love that.
But we're still
from the
going to use
kit.
the holes.
Yes.
But that will give them a beautiful frame. We're going to thread them through.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pop that clasp on the end. Oh, I love it. Want it. Want it.
We want that, please. That is such a great idea.
It would look amazing.
So you get the abalone that I've got here from that kit.
Yeah.
You're using that gorgeous rhodium black plated wire, still and silver, which is at the bottom of your screen now, around it. And then you're adding that clasp on.
I know. And you could either make it a necklace with that clasp obviously at the front, because you're not going to hide it at the back.
Yeah.
Or have it in a brooch, but have it at the centre, at the front.
Love
Does not have to be at the back.
Idea. Such a good idea. Okay, we've got most of the components. We just need the clasp now. Your prize point today. That wasn't meant to be the price though, was it, Toby? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because I remember the original price and it was not $5.95.
But you've got more silver than you got in most rings.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Good
and the
price.
only place really you're likely to get a $5.95 ring would be if you went and played the 2p slot machines when they have the rings that you can get in there and you end up putting in about £6 worth before you actually get anything.
Or you buy those jelly sweets. I like the little ring one.
Oh yes, oh yes. Or you get those jelly sweets. Yeah, yes, I know the ones you mean.
Trust me to come back to food.
It makes a big, big sandwich. Those
That's
ones.
one, yeah.
Love them. $5.95 is a great. No, I did not do the voice for that. £5.95. Well done, absolutely everyone who got your hands on that. A really stunning deal. I've got to say, that is just fantastic. Well done to all of you getting that. What a deal and a half. Okay, Terry, I'm back with you, lovely
lady.
lady.
Show you this clasp bit now.
I'd love to, please. Because we've got a good, how long? 6 minutes?
Oh, hey.
4, 5,
Oh, excellent.
5, 6?
I'll go a bit more. Hang on, let me get me three wires.
Okay.
So I've got my 3 wires coming from the other side of my loop.
Yeah.
My ziggly zaggly.
Oh, yes, I know the one you did.
Yeah. And we get to the end, and I wrap my gizmo all the way round. I'm then going to trim the gizmo and just pop the wire. And these gizmos are really great because you can just trim the wire and slide off the extra bit.
It's fab, isn't it?
And then wrap it round and trim that. So that's that bit out the way. And then you're going to make your clasp out of this part.
Okay.
And I haven't quite left myself enough there, so I'm going to just move it to the side a second.
Mm-hmm.
So all you've got to do for the clasp, because you've got your gizmo holding that in place, is you literally, and look how malleable it is.
Even though you've got all that weaving and all of those different wires, that's incredible.
And it's 1mm wire, and you're just going to pop it round. Make sure you've woven all the way up. When you're doing your weave as well, make sure you finish just wrapping it round the one, because that will hold it more securely and it will stop it unwinding. So if you hold it there and trim, if you do it when it's going around the true, it's got more chance of coming undone. So you're just going to wrap it round, and then we're going to have a little kick out like a shepherd's hook. Now I know about 1 centimetre gives you a nice small loop, but I want to stagger them, so I'm going to make that one slightly bigger. And then with my round nose pliers, which I actually put away, can't believe I put them away. People often get worried about making the loops. So if you take it so you can't feel that wire coming through, I want to do it right at the end because I want a nice small loop, and just start turning it in a nice round motion, you're going to get that little loop and you get a nice circle. Now don't panic if it looks more like a P than an O.
Okay.
Do not worry. Nobody but nobody is going to notice and go, oh look, that's not a complete circle. They don't. Trust me, they won't. They won't. Okay, and then you're going to do the next one. You will find when you first start, even when you haven't first started, like just then, when you're trying to get it right to the end, in the narrow part of your pliers, it's easy to just flick off the end. So don't worry about it. Just go back in, get your loop. Now, if you notice, I'm kind of carrying on so that I get that nice curve between the two, and that gives you your shepherd's hook that will then hook into your loop on the other side.
Fantastic.
You might have to just angle it a bit so that it will slide in.
Yeah.
And like I say, because of the hinge, the loose bit where they're two looped, it makes it easier because you can just sort of hinge it off.
Yeah. So this is the section you've just created, and then you kind of take it off like that. So really, oh, Alison Terry, I love it so much. I really do. It's just stunning, isn't it? And not just that piece, all of these pieces, I mean, they're just beautiful. If you want to get your hands on the components, then you've got them available still in certain forms. The black wire itself is extremely low. We're leaving the last sort of 30 on screen for you there. And if you want the gemstones, don't forget, you did get the gems themselves. You also got a findings pack, and you got the pearls too. So a real nice organic collection in here, and just a phenomenal deal, I think. I really do.
Tactile. And look how it looks when it's plaited as well.
I love that look.
It just looks so rich. You get that depth of colour from it, and it just looks phenomenal and sets off the abalone so nicely.
Yeah, it really does. With that plait work, it really does. Just set it off stunning. And actually, it's... Oh, do you know what it reminds me of? Kind of the almost Celtic tattoos that you can... ladies and gents have, you know, around their arm. It's kind of got that feel.
But if you made it a bit bigger than I've done there, you make your plaits bigger and what have you, then you could do that. You could. There's no reason why it's got to be a wrist. It could be an upper arm thing.
Yeah.
Because that's just a clamp it on almost. So you just slide it up and then just squidge it in a bit, and it'll stay there.
Yeah.
Because it's 0.8, the two wires around the abalone, which I've kind of channel set the abalone into, for want of a better word. They're 1 mil, and then the plaits are made out of the 0.8.
Oh, yeah.
And that is perfectly strong enough to hold without any clasp.
Phenomenal.
It'll just flap round.
Flat round and
flat round
in place. It's just fantastic. Thank you so much for showing us that. Okay. I just think they're fab. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we're back with Alison Terry in a little bit, because I want to have a little look at that challenge that we gave to her with those amazing new pearls that were £4.95. Just to let everyone know that after the break, we're going to be bringing you low stock opportunities on deals that perhaps you don't get to see that often. And things are included in there, such as some natural pink pearls and some really beautiful labradorite. We'll all be back in just a few minutes.